Making sure everything's recording. Ready to the object. We're going to be discussing subjects. That's pretty much going to be the highlight of the discussion. I'm your host, Butter. I will go around and let everybody introduce themselves. So go ahead.
All right, this is
I
Tommy
got my
One
master.
Female. That's it. That's pretty much to say.
The prodigal son, King Mata.
Stacks.
Anybody else?
My name con on the tray all day.
Okay. All
My
right.
name is GTA Cross.
Your name is what?
What?
GTA Cross.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Gigi Degrassi? I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. All right. So, basically, this is a pretty good subject to discuss. It's something that's been around for a very, very long time. And a lot of different doctors swear by it. And it's just something that people look to heighten their sex life. It could be um, help to either gain back control of your sex life or just kind of spice it up. So, what we're going to be doing is just kind of touching on a lot of stuff and kind of seeing where everybody is. There are a lot of people who may not even know what it is. So, we're going to discuss that as well. So, let's first kind of see where everybody's knowledge is in regarding to it. Does anybody know what it is, first of all?
What? Kama Sutra?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Is that pretty much everybody that don't really know what it is?
Nope. I mean, I have an idea. I've seen the books. I've looked through because there's like literally, like you can get like a PDF of Kama Sutra positions. The positions are meant, from my understanding, um, it's supposed to help to bring your sexual experience to the greatest height for both partners at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's various positions that you can use for different things. Um, I have to say my experience in a lot of those positions is very limited. For reasons that I don't know if anyone cares to know, so I'll leave them where they are. Um, um, but those that I've had tried, they work. It works out pretty nice. They also talk about tantric sex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, which doesn't. I'm not that person
Okay.
because I will fall asleep on your ass, as y'all well know, playing the game. And they talking about spending hours just like kissing and touching and making out, and then I'm gonna be snoring. So go
Right,
fuck yourself,
right.
folks.
Okay, anybody else?
So it's like foreplay.
Okay.
The tantric part is. The other is let me see if I can find what it says. I want, as most people think it's just about positions, but it's more than that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let's see. So Tommy pretty much kind of summed up pretty much a big part of it actually. If we were to look into the meaning through the definition of Google, basically they're saying that Kama Sutra is an ancient Indian book, variously concerning courtship, marriage, and lovemaking, popular reference for its sexual positions. So I guess it started more than likely with the Indian culture as far as, um, I guess you can say what they looked to be some type of guide or manual on how to, I guess, maneuver or please your loved one or marriage or any of that. Um, it was written in ancient Sanskrit. I'm not sure. CE. And it was attributed to an Indian philosopher by the name of, please don't kill me if I murder this name.
Hmm.
Okay. So, according to Google, kama variously means desire, pleasure, love, or sex, and is the name of the god of erotic love. Together, Kama Sutra translates to teachings on desire. So, it's not just, I mean, when you first hear it, mainly people think about, on a sexual level because that's pretty much where everybody generates their mind frame to. Even me, I've done it. But it does go a little deeper than just on a physical sexual level. It goes mental. It goes with working with your relationships and your companionships and just the whole entire package that completes the actual act. So supposedly with the positions in the book that are used or shown, all of that goes with it, like you getting in tune with your partner, you coming into an area where you're both, I guess, becoming to know each other. The sexual positions all tie into that to give the overall experience. Okay. So,
So oh sorry, what I see here says um, Karma Sutra is neither exclusively nor predominantly a sex
mhm,
manual on
mhm,
positions.
right,
It's written as a guide to the art of living well, the nature of love, finding a life partner, maintaining one's love life, and other aspects pertaining to pleasure.
right,
Interesting.
which is very good.
Huh. All right.
So, what we're going to talk about, which is what everybody else is going to probably want to discuss, is the position. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I mean, everybody wants to, obviously be with someone who they care about and love or whatever when they're doing the actual act. But a lot of people aren't familiar with the positions that you can do. So we're gonna touch on that a lot tonight, and what are some of the positions you may even have tried? Maybe you didn't know there was a part of Kama Sutra positions and you just did them. And see if maybe it's some new ones you might want to try. You know. So, are there any ones that anybody has tried at all that maybe they knew it was Kama Sutra, or no?
Mm, not really.
So let's map it out.
Okay.
Let's get Google. Google
Okay.
one.
So
And
there is a position where um, the man and woman are basically sitting on their behinds, and the woman is sitting between the man's legs, but her legs are open around his torso area, and she moves up more towards his groin area, and they embrace each other by her holding the back of his neck or head, and he holds the back of her back. It almost looks like a scissoring type position, but her legs are on top of his, and that is a position that it seems like it would pretty much be very common. It doesn't look like it's something hard to do. You're not in a position where you feel like, because some of these positions could be a little bit uncomfortable for some people. But this one looks like it's a pretty simple position. Looks like both people can be comfortably in the position. It doesn't. I feel like that one will probably be a position more people would be willing
I've
to
seen that one.
gravitate towards. Yeah.
Maybe the next one.
That,
Everybody's done.
huh?
The next one.
Okay.
Which one is? Which one are you saying is the next one?
There's a position
Uh,
called shuttle.
yeah,
Okay,
that one.
so the guy is laying on his back. Okay, the woman is on top, and she looks to be. He has his one leg kind of slightly bent up towards the ceiling, and she's basically straddling just that one leg, and his other leg is on the outside of her leg, and she's on top, so she's basically in a sense riding him, but she's not completely straddling his whole body. It's more so just one of his legs. That looks like that would be something that's not hard to achieve. Um, Kind of a little bit less, I guess, stressful or whatever. um, but what are some positions you guys have tried maybe that you enjoyed? Maybe some of the non-ordinary or traditional positions.
Let's see.
Well, as I'm trying to figure this out. Well, I know that I had one partner that I don't know where this came from, but it always worked out well.
Mhm.
With he would be on his knees,
Mhm.
and he would have me kind of up, but he would hold one of my legs up and kind of come at me sideways.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, but that worked out mighty well. That worked out mighty nice.
Right.
Just saying.
It does. Okay. One of the positions that's considered to be a Kama Sutra position is what we call the 69 position, but in their book it's called circle.
Mm,
Something to think about. So we might actually be doing the positions, but we're calling them something different than what they are being called in the book. So
right.
keep that in mind.
Got one that's kind of like doggy style too, but
What the stats
Yeah.
get in here?
you kind of like laying. You're not really like standing up, but you like more like laying down, and
Right.
she's not all the way bent over, like you know what I mean? Like
Or
something
on
like
the
that. I think they consider
exit.
that one of them too. I remember seeing it in a book.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. I mean, it's probably like
Yes, it's a lot of stuff.
hundreds of positions, and I feel like if you're a person who is very adventurous and you don't mind trying new things, you and your partner, you should maybe decide to
Oh,
try
you're on the
some.
mermaid.
Maybe for a week, go through and maybe however many times you interact with each other on that basis, pick a few of them out of the book and decide to try some of them, and you just never know. It might, because sometimes people get bored with the same old, and if you are with somebody who you pretty much kind of do the same positions, it might start off a different way, but it always ends up with the same old boring positions. And I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, but sometimes just a little change could bring about
A little spice in your life.
right amazing results. So ooh, just gotta jump out there in the ocean and swim around. Be like a little fish. You know?
It's also, it comes to people knowing their bodies too, because
Yes.
like I've said this before, as women we are not encouraged to know our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and so a lot of women don't know. I mean, I've known and know now women who have been married, have children, have been having sex with their husbands for years, and have never climaxed, never
Wow.
had an
That would
orgasm. And I'm
really
like,
suck.
uh, something's wrong with this picture. What are you doing? Well, I just have sex because my husband likes to have sex. Really?
That's
You need to
boring.
figure out what's going on with you. You need to learn your body. Learn about your body. Maybe that's something that, a lot of people are really, this country in itself is really weird about sex
Yeah.
and nudity and a lot of things. And it's not like that in other countries. And it's something
Nope.
that I think the younger generation is much more attuned to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even talking about the millennials. I'm talking about whatever this generation is now, the ones that are,
Mm,
Question mark.
just
Generation.
Generation Z, whatever they
mm-hmm.
are much more in tune to
The
their feelings, their
technology
bodies, their
generation.
emotions, and yeah, and but it bothers me.
I think just to tag on to that too, I agree with you, Tommy. I feel like a lot of the reason why this country is the way it is because it stems back from in the past where everything was taboo. You didn't talk about certain things. Commercials
Hmm.
about women's menstrual cycles weren't played. If it was very brief and it just pretty much showed the product. She didn't really talk. It was just pretty much like, something brief and she held the box and that was pretty much it. You didn't discuss, sexual
Things
things
you
in
don't talk
public,
about.
right? You don't discuss sexual things in public. You wouldn't discuss them with your friends or family members. It was just a very taboo subject, and it was pretty much the boring sex life. Like pretty much people did the missionary. There was really no spice in the relationship. So
And also, sex was also thought of something that you have sex to have kids. You're not supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to have to
right,
do it.
right, and that was the woman because she was the stay at home mom. She didn't work. All she did was stay at home, cook, clean, take care of the kids. So the man, basically, he was supposed to have children. That was what his job, So it wasn't like you said. It wasn't really something that was. Now as time has evolved, times have changed. People are discussing things that normally would not have been discussed in a public eye. It's nothing for the menstrual cycle commercials to show you examples. And I mean, it's just really open now. You have like, the internet, which opens up a whole new ball game to stuff. Yeah, let you get places where you normally probably wouldn't get far in the library in the book area, so I mean you're able to get your hands on a lot more information. People are starting to be a lot more open with the
Hmm.
discussions of sex and
Uh-oh.
just Huh?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
I
so
heard you.
I'm oh, okay. Yeah, it was it's just it's different now. Times are different. Um let's see. Okay, so does anybody have like any questions they want to ask? Maybe something they would like to shed light on? Um there's a few questions into the group that I want to ask. So one of the questions says, what was your last sexual encounter and what would you rate it?
Oh, you bala.
Mm.
Got me.
Not everybody talking what?
The last one I had. Mm.
What was your
So
last
what was the
sexual
question?
encounter as in
Sexual encounter. It could have been
I already
just,
told y'all mine.
it could have just, well, the people watching doesn't know that. So you have to repeat yourself.
um
Okay. So it was at a movie theater, and so drinks were ordered, and um, I had my oh gosh, so I had my hand on his lap, and then he slid my hand over further to his area.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he proceeded to whip it out, and he was massaging my hand with it. And so I just helped him.
Right. So did you feel led, like were you like prior turned on to doing that, or did the action that you proceeded to do, did it actually escalate you to be turned on?
Yeah, I was turned on.
Hmm.
I was turned on, yeah.
Okay. Prior to it or during it?
hmm Oh, to doing it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Hey. So that was pretty public ex-
Right.
public's good.
I don't
okay,
know.
Public's
pretty
good.
public example of
I'm getting
being
caught.
Like,
exhibitionist. Anybody else want to share? You have to share.
I don't know how you top that, but mine was at my house, like with a dinner date or whatever. Uh,
What you cook?
what did I cook?
Wow.
Shit. What do we have?
Noodles. Noodles.
Heck
It was
no.
some type of pasta. It was a
Like at this
pasta.
point,
It was
the food
a
wasn't important. I don't know what I cooked.
yeah, the food
Okay.
wasn't really important. It was like a pasta, I think, with a salad and some wine. But
Okay.
what is it? It
That's
was
what
like a
my
bubble,
inventory
like a like a bubble bath or something involved to with it. It kind of started
Oh
from
wow.
there. You know,
So,
filling out each other. You know, simple foreplay stuff.
That is great.
Gigi, let's
Kind of
go to the
led from
movies.
there, then to the bed. I don't know how to beat, Gigi's, because, she all out in public.
hmm
Yeah.
I feel like ain't no copping it. Ain't did it in
Mm.
public in the
I
wild.
should have went last.
Oh no. I'm
um,
waiting.
mine. Mine wasn't really. I wouldn't say it was like over the
It's okay.
top.
Come on, baby.
I don't know. I didn't.
Let me know.
Y'all
It's
didn't
okay.
rate. Y'all didn't give y'all's rating on
Oh,
your
mine? Oh, that shit was a 10.
10. Okay, Gigi, what was yours?
She had some tricks.
Oh gosh, it was a 4.
Okay. Oh
A
wow. Okay.
4.
Wow. Oh, whew.
Okay. I would. Okay, so my experience, like I said, it really wasn't like blah. It was pretty much like I went over to my dude's house and I brought like something to drink and we were playing like PlayStation and we decided to start playing drinking games and liquor got involved, shots were taken, games were played, things escalated to a more things escalated into a more sexual level and we just kind of went from there and I rate that a 10. It was so yeah. Woo, yeah, very good. Can't complain at all. Cannot complain. So things were needed to be done and things were.
Okay.
Things need to be sucked and ate and
Got
licked
that
and
dose of
Mm, mm,
stuff.
medicine.
mm.
Where is Miss on the tray?
On the
Mm-hmm.
sleep. Her ass back there sleep. She on the sleep.
Mm-hmm. I'm not asleep.
Okay, so go ahead and give us your information, Con.
And what is that now?
See, that's because her ass was
Look.
like,
You know,
yeah,
even though
like,
Seriously.
we already
Nah,
know,
you
but for
would
the people
sleep.
that are watching or listening,
yeah,
It
right.
doesn't about right.
Your
Oh yeah.
last the question was Con. Your last
Okay.
sexual encounter, and please rate it. So everybody's giving their story of their last sexual encounter and gave their rating.
Okay, my
So,
last one.
mm-hmm.
it should be
I'll
easy for
say,
you. It's probably yesterday.
Probably gonna be tonight while you
just
playing. While you playing.
no, not yesterday, not tonight. Oh shit. Okay.
Shit.
I don't know exactly the day, but yeah, it was. I said 8.
It was an 8. Okay, but you didn't give a
Yeah.
story. We want a story. The
What happened?
viewers and listeners want a story. So
Yeah.
please, you don't have
Cause
to go
you
into
know,
super duper details. There's nobody going to super duper. We just kind of told the story that led up to whatever happened, and it is what it is.
shit. He called me. He was like, "Can he come over?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?"
Okay. Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down.
Why
Well,
not?
man.
And he came over. She, as usual, I'm always on the game, so he waits patiently.
Yeah.
And when I get done playing the game,
Oh, so he already be over there. Okay.
and
Con caught
he
that
wait till I get.
list.
He said, "Why don't you put that controller down and play with something else?"
No, he already know better.
Hey.
That's
Hey.
how.
Let me
See,
give you
he
something
know
you can
better.
handle. You want to play a game?
Oh, believe me, he be
Listen.
persistent about me
Listen.
putting that controller down, but he know better. And once I get done playing the game, playing with y'all, he already know.
Ain't no
He
game shouldn't be
already
playing now.
know.
Handle
He
it.
busted
I
down with a
got you,
Handle
Jay.
10
it.
on a, you know what I'm saying? Or 10, an 8, a 7, a 6,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8, okay. Okay. She said this time. Okay, the next person.
That'll be Noodle Man.
Mm.
Not new, man.
I want a refund on them noodles though.
Oh, sex? Really? Okay, Tommy, you go ahead and tell yours because I don't know where the heck he went. You can't just be
You already told
disappearing.
her. I
Can't
think
just, no, she
I'm
just,
not worried about him.
yeah, just disappearing.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Short and sweet. Ran into a friend.
She said by
I was
force.
out running
Ooh.
errands. Yeah.
to a friend.
Yeah, I ran into a friend while I was out running errands, and He wanted to show me his new vehicle, which we went over.
Good.
His new vehicle. Oh yes. And
Oh shoot! So you
we
pissing that thing in, huh?
right, and we continue to explore the size of the back of his new van. It was quite
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you old
All
school.
right.
Old school.
In the
and I'm
back
gonna
of the
tell you,
van.
don't knock a van. I used to have a minivan, and I had a minivan, and I would
I ain't
take the
knocking
bench out
it.
in the middle, and it was always on and cracking. But I broke somebody. We broke his van in, so that's
Hey.
what happens. And
Nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
definitely a
He
10.
opened up that
And
back and laid you down back there. I
it's a good
feel you.
thing that I didn't leave my house that morning without, because sometimes I just leave the house. I'm just
Mm.
going out real quick. But I didn't that day. It was a good thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
public is always
Especially when
good.
we leave the
Public
house
spaces
for
are always
bed.
good.
Okay.
Hmm?
And Stacks. I don't know if you're back yet.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, you need to let us know you're leaving because you're in the middle of a
Okay.
I don't
story.
have any. I don't do these things. I'm a
Oh, jump
virgin.
at Jehoshaphat.
Oh my gosh! Not all the
I
freaking
get
stories
No,
we've
smacked with a whole
heard.
backside to his facts.
Not about
I
all
get
how,
nobody.
not how you been smacking girls on the booty with spatulas from work and
Oh
yeah.
no.
Hmm.
That's
From work.
crazy.
That's you call the health department.
That's
That's
some
what
Right.
they
No,
nasty,
no, no, no,
nasty
no,
shit.
no.
Let me see that. Let me
uh,
flip it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You been flipping,
Libbity
flipping.
gibbet.
Make it. Well, go
I
ahead,
get
Sax, with your story. Go ahead.
I get no butt. Okay, I'm a virgin.
And the lies that they don't
Okay.
want to hear. Okay.
I mine was boring. It was just some head.
Oh,
Okay.
boo.
And what would you
Yeah.
rate? What would you rate it?
I maybe I get on an 8, maybe an 8.
8. The 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Maybe a
Mm.
9.
A
Yeah,
9.
maybe.
Did
I
did
bet it
you
must.
did you
Yeah, you know,
complete?
no, just head. It was one of those period times.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you complete, or was it just like, oh, I'm gonna do this just so you can shut up, but I'm not gonna let you complete? I'll just keep going.
I'm gonna get mine, but you ain't gonna get
Well, they
yours.
can't get theirs if
Yeah,
they giving them
yeah.
head.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Did
no, it
you?
was
That's what I
just
said. Did you complete? Not her. Did you complete? Oh,
I
okay.
had a wonderful ending.
Okay, so it was about a 9, you guys. He's saying the head was about a 9. Okay.
Try to suck the soul out of me.
Oh my God.
You
So you
stupid.
know about that, man.
Okay.
So this is what I don't understand.
Had me feeling like the chick for a minute, like gripping that motherfucking cup, like, oh shit.
Hey, bagging your ass up on
That's
the
a good thing. That's a
gripping your
good thing.
gripping your
Yeah,
booty
no
cheeks against the
hands, a lot of
sheets.
spit.
Some of y'all booty
He
muscles,
said no
boy.
hands, a lot of spit. Lord
Mm,
help.
mm, mm. These are what do you have flashbacks? Oh
Oh, you guys, I'm married, all right? Making me say these
my God.
things.
Oh my God.
You're what?
That's for another discussion.
Don't.
Anyway, so the next
Oh my
question.
God! Why didn't you tell me, Stacks? I would have gotten you in a wedding present. I didn't know. Sorry.
No. The next
Oh,
question in the group is, do you have any, keyword, any fetishes?
Right.
Fetishes?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
fetishes.
Kinky.
I don't know.
That kinky on
Let me look up the
the
definition of fetish real quick so I can see if I have one.
I know someone's was like, get get a cup of ice and just crunch it. I
Oh,
knew of someone.
I know. Some
Mm.
fetishes are really weird.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why the word "in me" was in there. It doesn't always have to be a sexual fetish, but just any fetishes that you might have, like something that you just like, you know, not necessarily have to turn you on. I mean, of course, if it's a sexual one, we all would love to hear it.
I used to date a guy who oh God, who had a weird thing about me sitting on his food.
What?
I'm just
Please
saying.
do
I was just
explain.
like, "Are you
Yeah,
serious?"
baby, sit on my
It's
burger.
crazy because the first, right. So the first time we went out, and I went to get in his car, he slipped as I was sitting down in the car. He slipped some Twinkies in the seat. Cause I turned around, I was like, "What the hell am I sitting on?" I'm like, "Okay."
Okay.
I'm like, "These Twinkies were not here when I went to sit there," and he just laughed. I got up, he took the Twinkies, put them in the little center console, and I was like, "You're tripping," and he just laughed, and we went on about our date. So the next time we went out, it it wasn't Twinkies. I can't remember. It was something else, and I was just like, why is it that every time I get in your car you put something in the seat? And he was like, can I tell you something and you won't think I'm weird? I was like, you can tell me something and I will think you're weird, but okay.
Okay, ain't
And
no lie.
he was just like, no, he was like, I just want you to I want you to sit on food for me. Like, really?
Oh,
He was like, yeah,
Oh.
that's so it became a thing while we were dating that I would sit on
okay. So are
whenever he
we talking?
slipped.
Okay, so are we
Huh?
talking about food that's like in packages, or are we talking about like plates of food?
Packaged food,
It's
Um,
apparently.
I'm
it's
hoping,
it
but
did it did start out as packaged food.
okay. And somehow it seems to have graduated over to open plate food, is what I'm starting to hear.
It escalated at one point to like at first it was like Twinkies and cupcakes, things like that in packages.
Mm-hmm.
It escalated to burgers, a pizza,
Oh.
just like,
Okay, so
dude,
wait a minute.
seriously.
I'm very
Yes, that's
intrigued by this because this is
interesting.
very interesting. So, and you're
So was I.
sitting, all right. So, if you're sitting on this food, are you supposed to be fully dressed, half dressed, or naked? What are we doing here?
I was fully dressed in the packaged food, and then as it graduated to other things, we would already be at his house, and it would
Mm-hmm.
be sometimes before sex, sometimes after sex, food that
Mm-hmm.
was not, naked and things that
He was just a little freak,
whatever.
freak.
Yeah, he's a little
Okay.
freak.
Oh, freak,
He is a
freak.
freak.
All right.
That was the strangest thing to me.
Yeah, because I probably would have looked at him like, you want me to wait? Okay.
All I could ever do was laugh about it. All I could ever really do was laugh. I'm like, okay, I don't get it, but
Right.
sure.
Okay. Right. Like, okay, sir. You know?
And years later, I ran into him. He was married to a lady that I was working with.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh. Okay. And he was like, hey, I know you. And I was like, yeah, you do. And he was like, my wife said some stuff for me too. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, shoot, she probably, her little freaky, but she probably liked you.
I guess
I
she
mean, you
married him,
got
so
you right. I was gonna say, in that aspect, you gotta be a freak if that's what the person wants. Like, you can't not be one if that's something that they want you to do. It turns them on and makes them happy. Like, you can't not. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Be some form
And
of a
it's not really anything that's not really extreme. It's odd.
right, right. Yeah, that is what that it is. That it is.
From across the room. From across
Right.
the room. I'll be right back. Yeah,
Okay.
so that
Anybody
was
else?
my weird thing.
So Tommy, gave us hers. Okay. Anybody else have one? Any fetishes?
Mm, I don't really. I just had a girl that just like used to play with my balls when we lay down. That was about it. Like she had to do that
She
shit.
like to play. She
Aww.
likes to
Yeah, she
play with.
liked to
She
play
was
with
like,
her.
Aw, the
Like
little
that's
that's
what she
cute.
had to do.
little
Like
numb
even to
nut.
go to sleep at night, she had to do that shit.
Oh,
That is
oh.
hilarious. That's cute.
That would be
That's cute.
yeah. I was gonna say that's kind of cute because it didn't annoy you or bother you or keep you up though. Like you were cool.
It was kind of weird at first. I'm like,
So
alright, I
really?
guess.
What do you
Cause
right?
like it was like I've net like nobody ever was like, yo, can I play with your ball? Like,
Right. But it helped her go to sleep. It was like some kind of like little
yeah,
soothing thing. Did it keep you up
yeah,
though?
nah.
Okay,
It was
that's
kind
cool.
of put my ass to sleep.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Soothing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's pretty. That's
But the
different. That was
one,
kind of cute
oh
though.
yeah, that was another one. Like she had to play with my. There was another girl that had to play with my ear, and that shit got annoying quick.
Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to play with your ear unless I'm trying to turn
No,
your
it's
ass
like the
on.
like like the bottom part of your ear. Like she
Yeah,
had
she
to.
likes to hold it and suck on her thumb or some stupid shit like that.
Nah, she ain't sucking on her. She just like
Oh, play with
to
it.
rub, like hold it
to
between her
rub.
fingers. Yeah, mine.
Yeah,
It's
like to
crazy.
rub it between her fingers.
My godson, as a child, that's how he would go to sleep. He had to. He
Wow.
would hold your ear when he was an infant. When he was like a baby, he was under like 2. He was like, I don't even know if he would reach. That's how he would go to sleep when he was like a year or under. He would reach up and hold your ear and rub your ear and then put him to sleep. It's like, really?
Hmm.
Like she
Had to
wanted to do
break
that
him
shit
of
when I
that
be
real
playing the
quick.
game. I'm like, can you stop?
And then he graduated to rubbing his own ear to put himself to sleep. It's like,
Hmm.
nigga. Hmm. So strange.
Interesting.
Like I can't
Okay.
concentrate and play the game if you doing that shit.
Right.
Anybody
At
else
all.
have a fetish? Like maybe they have one? Because Mata didn't say if he had one. He's just talking about other people that they had. But Mata, do you
Do
have
I
a
have one?
fetish? Yes, that was the question. Do you have any fetishes? Say, well, Tommy,
Shit,
did
I was going off of
you?
Tommy's example. What
I
you
know,
talking
that's what I said.
about?
Say, well, Tommy, do you have any fetishes?
Oh, I
Um,
do.
Okay.
But mine is very simply in regarding to penis size.
Do tell.
Do tell, yeah, I don't do small ones at all.
Okay. What's
I
small
have
to you? What's small to you, though?
Yeah, that therein lies the therein
like
lies the definitive
what
question.
like the thickness as in
Length
small or
or
like the
Girth
girth?
length?
and length, yeah. Both of them gotta be
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
equal.
very, which
Yeah.
is why my dating is what it is. I have a very small, anyway, window of dating. I date specifically using 2 websites that,
Mmm.
yes, because it's very, it's like, I need to see a picture because I'm not being bothered. So, girth wise, at least 7 inches around. Length wise, nothing under 11.
Ah. Okay.
I have an issue. I have an issue.
Okay.
I have an
Oh,
issue.
Like,
Other than that,
like Ocean's
I can't
11.
bug with you.
so you two, for all you,
Man,
that's pretty
He
big
said
there,
11.
Tommy. Good gracious, you trying to?
I think
That
I've
thing up in your
done
gut, my darling.
so what. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
My cervix is my life. Um, my cervix is my life. If you can't bang on my cervix, I cannot help you.
Oh.
um,
Okay.
maybe I'm thinking. No, I've done 8.
Just Robo.
I've done like 8, 9, but yeah, I have issues. I'm just saying.
Hmm. Okay, and model, your fetish?
Me, I don't know. I just like for girls to play in my head.
Playing your hair.
Aww.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll never be bald, is what you're telling us.
Nah.
Okay. Alright. Alright.
Say,
Anybody else with the fetishes? Because I know we got
Princess.
like
I
4
don't
more
have.
people.
I don't have one.
That we all know that's a lie.
I don't.
You have talked
Mm,
about some of your
Sex is
things.
Oh
smacking people
yeah,
with
she did say
spatulas
that
and shit.
before. Remember when we were
That's what I
asking
said.
about
We've
that
talked
long
about
time ago?
things, so I know you have one kind at least.
Yeah, no, I just get
Yeah,
straight to the
putting people on hold for a phone call.
But you did say that you
just
do
shut
like
up.
when men, help themselves. You say what? You did say that you like when men help themselves. You know.
Help themselves,
Yeah.
kind,
That could be a fetish.
do what they need to
Ain't that
do.
a
They don't
fetish?
need your assistance. You feel me? They can do it by themselves.
Oh yeah, Con like
Yeah,
to
we don't want to
watch
get on you
men.
though.
Yeah, that's what I said. She got
No.
some. She just ain't thinking because I'm gonna have sleep over
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
y'all.
right. I remember
She
that.
ain't
Yeah, she
calling
did
it
say
that.
that. She did say that. She like to
Okay, I got
watch.
one.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
I
one
do.
really weird.
All right, bring
I
it.
do like to.
What is it,
Okay.
Gigi? What you got? What you got?
But I do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
It's a
fetish, you
fetish.
Everybody,
know.
everybody that I've
A fetish
encountered.
is not
I mean,
restricted to one person. It's just something that you like that may not be considered something normal, like everybody does on a normal basis, but it's something that you personally like to have done because it does something for
Ooh, what is
you.
happening right now?
You know
yeah. Right
Oh
now,
yeah,
I'm
that
not.
did turn into one of my fetishes though.
what?
Having like all the girls that I've been with play on my balls while we lay there. I ain't lying. Like that shit
So,
is smooth,
Oh wait,
soothing. Like
we
that
lost
shit
the
puts you to
person.
sleep.
so
To
Who
what?
do we lose?
it became something
Yeah, it
that
actually became yeah that I like.
okay.
Oh, because it put you to sleep.
Yeah, like if we laying there and
That's
we just looking
funny.
at TV, and like I don't really feel like looking at it, and I want to go. I'm just tired. And it's like just play with it. Most people do it. Then other people like, nah.
I
Cause if
mean,
I start playing with it, then I'm gonna want some. I'm like, you can still get some.
not if I'm gonna start playing with it. I'm gonna want something. It's gonna turn into another problem. It's gonna turn into another problem.
Which
Exactly.
works out for me
Then,
because I put her to sleep and then I get to go to sleep.
and then
Yeah, I
it's
be put to
gonna,
sleep. I ain't
then
gonna
it's
lie.
gonna be all nighter, and
Hey,
then you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be
put
another
And
me
you
to
know she
round.
sleep,
wake up
Daddy.
first,
Oh, you
and I
actually
wake up to having something of mine in her mouth, and it's like,
Oh
all
wow.
right, we start
Okay.
You
again.
know what else I really love about men? I'm just putting this out there. I love that men when they wake up in the morning, that morning wood.
Oh
I
my
love
God, that
that.
is the best thing. And I be hating
Yes,
when men be acting like they
I just
don't
love
have
that.
that shit. I think that is so okay, I'm trying not to cuss on the YouTube, but
Sad.
whatever. I think it's so sexy when a dude wakes up
Oh
like that.
yes.
Like they be trying to act like that. That shit is sexy. Like I'm like, ooh, so I know you
Like
horny
start my
already.
day off right.
Hell
Let's do
yeah.
it.
I think that's so fucking sexy when he be like, after I
I love
woke
morning
up,
wood.
my dick on hard, or they dick poking through the boxes. Ooh. Mm, mm.
Roll
And
over, be poking in your bag. Hey, Daddy. Good
hey,
morning.
hey.
Yeah, that's perfect when you got somebody laying there next to you, and it's just like, fuck, you got nobody.
Wow. Well,
It works
Stacks,
for me.
did you make sure that you still had your voice being heard? I don't know if you only said it for this little particular time. Okay, so then your fetish. What is? Okay, well we'll move on to somebody else until you get that taken care of. Gigi, what is yours? What is your fetish?
Okay, so I thought it was one, but actually it's three.
Ooh.
So
Oh, look
Mara,
at that.
Mara actually pointed out to me when he said what his was. You know, when he was talking about getting smacked with it, getting smacked,
Mhm.
whether it's in the mouth or just getting smacked with balls, it's turn on to me. Just getting smacked
Getting
with
Ain't nothing
smacked.
wrong with
They said
that.
That's
about getting
cute.
smacked.
yes. Okay, so
Okay.
that's that one. And then there's a
So
certain
you like
spot
to
on
be
my
smacked
neck.
with the dick.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
You want a
yeah.
black eye from the meat.
Yeah.
Y'all ignorant. Y'all are
Right?
ignorant. I'm not finna play with y'all.
So.
Assault and battery.
Yeah.
But officer,
And
she
see,
said she
that's
wanted
funny.
it. It was
That's
all
funny
her
that you
idea,
said
officer.
that. That's really funny that you said that because I do like getting a little beat up.
Mhm.
Oh, she like to be
Oh, she like it
rough.
rough.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So like a
Agree.
little a little like hand around the neck or
Oh,
um
okay.
I don't know what's up with
even
you
like
people with this hand around the neck thing. Let me wake up
oh
now.
my
Oh
god.
my gosh. First of
No, what the
No,
all.
no, no.
She like to be choked.
Yeah,
Okay,
let her
okay.
choke the shit out of
Little
Mhm.
you.
light choke choke.
Little
Okay.
light choke.
Yes. Or like
Little
I mean
light
I
choke.
would be doing the punching of course.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Get in there. You feel me? Get in there. Okay, I feel you. Lord. Was that all of them?
Where it's like it's I don't want to go
You
as
get
far as
bruises,
like
bruises or marks, but
well no well no I mean that's okay but
What? Hold on,
nothing
whoa.
where
Whoa.
when okay so the
You
safe
trying to
word
leave
dang.
of
bruises?
course has of course you have like your safe word but like and he's
Somebody
got to
was
I
respect
laughing.
that
love that
but
bondage right.
anything goes anything goes and it
Okay.
just yeah
Alright.
if you just
You
like
do
like
what you
like
do,
you don't have
girl.
to ask
Abort.
like you don't have to ask
Or what if I'm choking the
just
shit
let
out of you and I can't hear the safe word because I'm choking the shit out of you? And next thing you know,
Mm-mm.
you passed out and shit.
well if
I'm pretty
I
sure
yeah
about
tap out
you gonna understand the hell
I
she trying
yeah
to
if I
say.
yank on my balls you know
I
Oh,
just
wow.
tapped the shoulder twice.
so
Work it
yeah
out, work it out.
Trying to
There's a
yank on some
website
damn
for
ball.
that.
Y'all are so goddamn
There's a
nice.
dating app
Okay.
for that.
So
I bet it is,
mine,
Tommy.
No, there
um,
is. I know people.
mine would be, I like to, I mean, I don't like to always be in control, but there are some times where I want to like role play. I like role playing. Um, I think that's the turn on to try to put yourself in a different space, to act out different things. So I like role playing.
I be Ike then.
I do like to take control and handcuff my dude and just like keep going and there's nothing like he can do about it. Like he just has to stand there and take all of the pleasure, you know. And then like, you know what I'm saying? I do like it rough. I do like it a little not too rough. I ain't talking about hurt. I'm talking about like a good like, you know, being rough, like harder, faster,
Like
smacking,
flip your
spanking,
ass
just a
over.
little, yeah, like take
Like
control,
getting
like,
fucked over.
yeah, and then kind of like, you know, like the hand around the throat, but not no choking. Like, I don't want no choking. because that can sometimes get. Well, no, because
Just a
sometimes
light,
people.
tough grip.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Because sometimes with the choking, it can get just a little bit out of hand, especially if the person that's doing the choking gets a little too carried away. They're not paying attention because they're into whatever they're doing, and it can just lead to some bad stuff. So, yeah, but I wouldn't say anything any too extreme. Um, Sometimes blowing a hole of the
Boy, you
dick.
look
I
tender
mean,
as
that's
hell.
something that
What?
Right.
yeah.
Blowing in the hole of the
You have to get it tried one day. You'll probably like it.
nah, like my ex used to try to you ain't looking at this.
Nah, I
What
didn't
you
say nothing
doing? I
about
wake up to that
looking.
shit. Nah, like
Nah,
she'll
I
try to
used to
open the
put
shit up and be like, what the fuck is you doing?
I ain't say nothing about looking in
You're
there.
trying to
I used to
sleep.
put my watch on my ex.
Yo, what? You said a rock?
My watch.
Watch.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So it tell
So I put my
time.
watch on it.
Shoot.
And he's like, "What?" He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm
I
like,
mean, I feel like the
"Just seeing if
penis.
it fits."
Right, I feel like the penis is an amazing thing, and it's just like it's a beautiful thing to like examine and look at and just
Yes,
explore. Like
yes.
it's beautiful, and I don't understand people.
Yes, just lay there and let me play. I'll be with you momentarily.
Right, I don't understand people that get like creeped out or ill and all of that stuff. Like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think it's ugly. You
no,
know,
I
people
don't
say that
either.
the penis. It's not ugly to me.
Hmm,
I
Penis is
don't know
not
what they
ugly
be
to me.
looking
I think
at.
it's.
Shit,
that's
I'ma
what I
just say that.
said.
Nah, there are some
I
ugly
love the penis, and I do
looking
not find it ugly.
I
ones. There
don't
are
Nobody ever
some
either.
created
I
it.
don't
jacked
either.
up looking
That
ones.
is true. That
Yeah.
is true.
Some
All
of them
penises are
are
not
ugly.
created equal.
Well, that's like all vaginas aren't either. There are some where some people
Lord,
consider
yes.
them they look beautiful, but I mean, at the end of the day, just like he didn't make his penis, we didn't make our vagina, so we can't help if they look like got more lips or skin than some of the other
See,
people's.
and I
Like,
think the vagina
I
is
don't have a
ugly.
problem with
So
like
I'm like,
lips.
ugh.
I mean, my thing, as
Lips,
long
you
as it
know.
don't smell and it don't look like it got some type of disease or some shit, like.
Disease is not a blue
Yeah,
waffle.
like I mean,
Anybody want to look up blue waffle?
you can't.
Hell
No, I
nah.
done already seen it. Trust me,
Not
you
again.
can't help the way it looks. My thing, as long as it's taken care of or whatever, your man, if he loves you or whatever, he'll love every part of your body, whether you are low self esteem or not confident about it. I mean, yeah, because there are some penises where they two different colors. The tip up towards like the
Oh
middle
yes.
part to the tip is all light, and then like from the middle part down to the back to the base of it, it's all dark. And I'm like, well, what you doing standing out in the sun with only
That's
a
from
part of it showing?
circumcision.
No, no,
That's from
no.
circumcision.
From the middle of the penis to the tip, they ain't got nothing to do with the circumcision right there.
Well,
It
that's where
is.
the extra skin was
No,
that
no,
got
no. You
removed.
talking about the head of the penis? I'm talking about the actual
No,
shaft
no,
of
no,
the
no, no, no,
penis.
no. No,
The
that's where the
shaft.
actual skin is at.
Okay, so the shaft
Hmm.
Under
of
the
the
head.
penis. Well, then everybody's
It's
don't look
like
like that though. So that's why I said like different people.
It
Some of them
depends
is
on the
all
how the circumcision was
right.
done.
Some of them is all the right color. Some of them is two toned. Some of them is don't even match all together. So it's just like
right,
I'm not
right.
finna sit here and judge.
It
Oh,
be
why
it's a lot
you got a
that
two
don't
tone
match.
dick? I'm not finna sit here like as long as it's clean, it ain't diseased, and it do what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
No, I watch it.
Now you like
Teachers
washing
are
them.
watching.
I
I watch it
I
before
like hold
anything.
I like holding it while they pee, like standing behind them like it's me, and like holding it while they
Why?
pee. I don't know. It's
So you think
so
that's a
I find
funny.
that
before?
enjoyable myself.
I
I have to
just
say.
thank you, Tommy. I don't know. It's just
It tickles me. I don't know
yeah,
why.
it's
It's
funny.
funny.
It's weird, but I like doing it. Like he'd be like, I got pee. I'm like, ooh, let me come with you. And he'd be looking at me like the fuck. I'd be like, come on, let's go.
Nigga, this is a me and my dick situation, not you and you right
Hey,
now.
hey, he like that shit
Well, I'm inserting
though.
myself into your situation.
Exactly. Let
Okay.
me hold it for you. Let me
Okay,
hold
you
it for
two.
you.
Okay, wait.
Let me
Yeah.
hold it for
Okay,
you.
wait.
Tap
What
tap.
Make sure you
about
get the aim right.
what?
Oh,
What
I
about
do. Hmm.
What about?
What? Okay, when you're present, what about the sound?
The sound
Oh,
The sound.
The sound
of
of?
what?
of
Eating?
what?
Yeah.
Oh, the sound of
What
us
are they
eating.
going in and out? What?
It's I'm on the phone talking
Right.
to him and he's peeing. I think it's kind of a turn on because I know it's out and I know he got it in his
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah.
and so it's like it's not really like the really like the sound of him peeing. It's just the fact that I know that it's out, it's in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I know what it looks like. It's like damn, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But
Bring it
it's
to
a
me.
different.
I want to hear.
Personally, for me, it's like it's a difference between when you're over the phone versus like when you are there.
It's somebody I know
But
presently that wants to hear me pee. Like, they get mad if I do not take the phone or whatever in there with me when I'm peeing. They want to hear me pee
Oh,
and everything. Like, I gotta be quiet. I can't be talking. Like, they want to hear it.
Breathe, bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Just
mean, it's not like
breathe is
controlling.
all.
Like, don't say nothing. It's
Right.
just like he gets turned on by it. It's just. And I mean, I'm happy to
Right.
be there.
Whatever.
oh my
Right. I'm
gosh,
happy to be there when they turn it on for you. Shit. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you like, and I don't feel like it's something that's gross, like if you like, I don't know, I would pee on you. I think that's just a limit for me. Like, if that's what you like, hey, that's you. I just won't be doing it. I'm not finna do no number two on you. I'm not throwing up on you. There's a limit for me that
Right.
yeah.
I won't do. But I mean, something simple like that is like listen to me, people. Because if you was together and y'all lived together, or you spending the night and he was in there brushing his teeth and you going there, he gonna hear it anyway. So I don't feel like that's nothing that's like out of the
yeah, that's
ordinary. That's
different. But just straight
Yeah.
out, just like yeah, take the phone with you, brother.
Oh my
You know what
gosh.
I'm saying? Like,
I'm just
yeah, that's
saying,
different.
I would be obliged
That's
to take
funny.
your
That's
phone so you
entertaining.
can
You
hear
could
me
you could
pee.
deal with that, but just on a straight out, yeah, taking the phone and taking it right now.
Or us females, girls, what about when the dude want to see how wet it is? Let me hear how wet it is. Let me hear
Nah,
What? I missed that. When what?
when the
I miss
men
all of that.
want to hear how wet it is. They just want to hear the wet sound that it
Oh,
makes
I
when
don't
it's
like that.
wet. I'm
I don't
just
like that. That's not. I'm not.
I can understand why it would turn them on. It's just like okay, well, it just sounds like I don't know. To me, it doesn't do anything for me because I'm a female. But for them, I can understand it. I can understand it. This is like if
Give me that
we
wet macaroni
because
sound.
basically just give you all right. Let's say if you ain't had it yet, right? Had her, should I say, not yet, but you haven't
mhm.
had it yet, but y'all on the phone, whatever and shit. She come on, ooh, I feel horny, whatever, whatever. Basically, you just getting an idea of like what that shit gonna
Okay,
be.
okay,
Like,
gotcha.
damn, that
Okay.
junk wet as shit, man.
Okay, so if
Good
it's
lord,
not
I'm ready
that
to come over there
wet
now.
sounding, what is that supposed to mean to you guys? Like, what are you like trying to judge or get a sense of at this point?
It's their lubricant.
I'm not trying to judge. It's just trying to see if it's really gonna be worth our time, or how much work we're gonna have to put into to it, or should we just leave it alone?
Gotcha.
Oh.
Just like y'all do with dick pics and be like, nigga ain't worth it. Maybe
I
I can work
can
something out. I can
say
work something out
I
with
can
it.
say
Cause my best friend let me know straight up, like it was a guy that was perfect all the way around, but his dick was just too little.
I
That
haven't
part.
seen
So
one here that I can say that was not worth my. I mean, because you looking at the picture,
I
you
have.
know, um, I can only judge by picture, but I mean, you can have the perfect looking size and then not know what to do with it. So,
Yeah.
I can't fully just go off of just the looks. I mean, that's a start. That makes me be like, damn, he
Right,
got
because
a nice package. Like,
Well,
now these days they know how to
Yeah, but what you
manipulate
gonna
it to
do?
where it
But
can
what
make
would
it
you?
look bigger
Nah.
than it
But
actually
what you gonna do
is.
with a thumb thumb?
yeah,
You
that's
see what I'm
true.
saying?
Num num
Nothing.
num num
Nothing.
I
num
mean,
num.
Nada.
it's your thumb.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's true.
This. Mm-mm.
That's true.
I had to just
I'm
look at my
not.
thumb. baby.
You
No.
so
Right. You look at your thumb and be like,
stupid.
oh, wait. And I literally have met that man, which is why
Uh-uh.
I date the way I date.
Mm.
No.
Hell nah.
So, Stacks, do
It-
you have a fetish?
No, not that I
Nah, I
know
don't
of
like
anyway.
smacking bitches
Oh
with
my
spatulas.
gosh. Yo, what about like their face? The face that they give when the fireworks is out. It's like
I
that's
do
when they're
nut.
most
That the
vulnerable to
nut
the
face.
world. Like
The,
they're all yours.
Cum face.
yes, and y'all sounds
Yeah.
y'all make when y'all about
Yes.
that's a turn on too. Long as y'all don't sound like somebody about to
Ugh.
have a heart attack, it's a come on too. You sound like that. You gonna make me stop and look at your ass like what the fuck is going on? You okay? You
I'm gonna have a heart
good?
attack. No, no, it's a stroke. It's a stroke. Oh,
Oh my god.
Hey, he came and went at the same time.
You said a whole.
I'm like,
damn, I ain't
you
not fucking. That
You
nigga was
okay?
always fucking. I told him I was gonna kill him one day. That
Oh
shit
my
sure did
god,
keep his
that's
ass.
yeah. You gotta
Nah,
moan and you
imagine being the
gotta.
girl that killed the nigga.
Oh, and when
And
they
ain't
bite that
nobody ever
bottom
gonna
Right.
fuck
lip,
with your ass.
when they,
Oh, when they
oh
crunch.
Actually,
yeah.
No,
honestly,
when they
I know
crunch.
somebody that happened to.
Oh wow, that's
What?
scary. I would be so.
A friend of mine that happened to. The guy she was having sex with had a heart attack and died on top of her.
Oh god.
Oh, that's bad.
And the worst part, she of course is still damaged by that. Still truly damaged by that. The worst part is that she well, shit, which one is the worst part? She was young. She was only like 17, I think.
She had that
Mm.
killer
Ooh,
pussy.
I think we were like 17, maybe 18. I think she was 17 at the time. And she had been waiting and waiting and waiting because she had been like, no, 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 I want to wait, I want to wait, I want to wait, I want to wait till I get married, I
She
want to wait till
had
I
that
get
killer
married.
pussy.
And then she finally gave in to him and she was like, nope, this is the man.
damn.
She was like, this is the one. I know I'm gonna marry you. Let's do this. And that was that.
Oh, that's sad.
So she got issues.
I bet.
Damn.
That's damaging.
Well,
Shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
well, tell her don't feel bad. It's called recycling.
He's
Stupid.
stupid. Okay, so the next question I have you guys are the curved down erect dick. Do you have or have you experienced? Is that supposed to be dick? I'm not sure. It's blurted out. So.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
it.
I put penis.
Oh,
They took
okay.
out really. They started penis.
Penis.
They took penis off.
Yeah, they
Stupid.
put it with the little stars. So I'm sure. Okay, so the curved down erect penis. Do you have or have you experienced? So, men, we're gonna let you guys go first, since there's not a lot of you guys with us tonight for this particular session. So, please answer.
What's the question again?
When you're erect, do you curve up or down?
Or just
Straight long, strong.
straight? Oh, straight. Okay,
Straight.
No bendage.
Oh,
straight.
really? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Actually, I've
I
never run
would
into my
say
friend
something,
is
but I'm
married to a
not.
curve down.
I carved
My
down.
friend is married to a curve down, which
Oh,
she's like,
wow.
we had to figure out how to work with that shit.
Wow.
You gotta
But
stand around the corner and shit to stick it in.
I've never, and that's what Karma Sutra made me think of because it's one of the positions in there that they use
Right.
to to inspire a lot of their sex because he curves down. And so
Hmm.
if he's gonna hit her G spot, she has to have her back to him.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. That sucks. But I do like the curved up. Straight is always, classic, original, you know. But the curved up is always gonna be a nice cherry on top there.
That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
And have I experienced? Oh yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, of course. Like, not a question.
All right. Just curiosity.
Anybody else like to answer? Because I mean, like, I think I've only answered, and I think maybe Tommy.
I think you got it.
No, you answer yourself.
What?
Hmm?
Have you ever experienced a curve? Anyone ever experienced a curve down? That's first. I mean, I was like,
I
is
mean,
it
the curve
broken? Why is
down,
it
I
curved
don't think
down?
so. Yeah, I don't think I ever experienced that one. Also,
Well,
Right. She was like, his penis curves down. I was like, what?
Oh,
Is
I,
it broken?
I I'm actually grateful that I haven't because I'm like I would have thought that I had broke it.
oh
I'm
no,
like,
you'd have noticed
yeah.
that. You'd have noticed that when it became erect, you'd have noticed that. That wouldn't have been something you'd have just
Like, nigga, we
kind of
broke your shit.
right. That ain't something that
No, I
just
never.
happens
Okay.
after.
and I wonder why.
Could have
That
been
shit
You
just
know,
make
how
I
me
it was
wonder
go.
why it
made.
curves
Nigga, like, why do you
down.
always have a turn signal on?
Just the way it, maybe that, hey, Tommy, maybe that mug heavy. That mug just can't do nothing but to point down. You feel me? Yeah,
I
can't stand straight up.
guess.
Yeah, some of y'all be having that. Ooh, be kind of big. I don't know. Just maybe it's
Might have been
heavy.
big and
Right,
kept
that's
it
what I
down his
said.
leg
Right.
instead of got it going up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what? It is considered a birth defect.
Oh
Shut up. I just decided to look it up. I
wow.
didn't know that.
Hmm. Dang.
There's
Oh,
actually traction devices that they got put on guys to make it curve the right way.
Oh wow. So it can be fixed.
Wow.
Interesting.
Hmm.
the more you know.
And there's
Right.
implants. Shut up.
I
They
did
put
not
penile
know.
implants in to make it curve up. Shut up.
Dang. So they know already, like, they like, hey, we know about this issue. We've been working on it. Yeah.
Wow. How interesting.
Might want to share with your friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell her to Google that shit. Look,
I
he
mean,
is
'cause
not the only one, and look at this. He has a birth defect.
that's crazy. Okay, so I
They
got
call it Chordee.
cool.
Chordee.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Interesting.
very.
Huh.
Never heard of that.
I didn't either. I just decided to look it up right now. Wow.
On your drink.
Oh.
And it's Friday.
Okay, so my next question is, what are your feelings about, I want to say this is called throuple or
Thruples.
thruples,
Thruples.
okay, or
What is triple?
polyamorous relationships.
Oh, polyam. Oh,
No, it says or poly or,
Polyamory.
I
yeah.
would be down for a
Amorous.
poly.
What the hell is a thruple? Is that like a
So,
threesome or something?
yeah, a thruple is three people in a relationship.
Okay.
I thought that was a
It's
poly
a
was it?
well, polyamorous is it can be three, it can be four, it can be multiple, it can be
Yeah.
more, whatever.
Oh,
But yeah, the thruple
It's
is
just
three
strictly
people
three
in a couple.
people. Okay.
Right, and I was watching. I was actually watching a podcast about this, which is what brought it, which is what made me think about it. So it's in some cases one person of the throuple is non-sexual, and sometimes, some
Okay.
cases, the third person in the couple is sexual with both partners. Sometimes it's two women and a man. Sometimes it's two men and a woman. So
So it's not a fully sexual relationship. It could be only a partial relationship. Is what
right,
you?
it
Oh,
could be
okay.
partially, yeah.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
my thing with that is, I, that's on you. That's what you like. That's y'all all in agreement with that mess, and you cool. Hey, by all means, have at it, sis. Have at it. You know, if that's what y'all want to do. I just don't. I don't
Right.
like. I don't like sure. Mm.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anyone else?
And the poly thing, I'm
I
not
wouldn't be
down for
for
that.
shit.
What'd you say, Mata?
So I'd probably be down for that.
I just can't with the poly
I think
thing.
about
It would just have to be like the right two other people in
the
that.
right group of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
just
gonna work.
no.
Mm,
I just say with the poly thing, right? I mean, you got time. Time is what it is, and you have to be a person who is very good with dividing out your time equally amongst whomever you have in your relationship. So if it's a total of three of y'all, you have to be a person that's good with equally dividing your time with the people that are involved with the relationship. So if you have date night with this one, then the next day or whenever y'all plan date night with that person, you know, it can't be, oh, well, you're always spending time with that person. The other person might get jealous. I mean, it's a lot that goes in it. You have to have a clear understanding with everybody involved, like what the rules are, what the expectations are.
right,
It's just,
right,
it is a lot involved. And I, for one, personally I feel like it's a lot of work that you'll have to put into it just for it to flow and function where everybody's happy. And I'm really not, that's not really
right,
something I'm really wanting to put in work to try to please more than one. It's because it's already enough work trying to please one person, let alone adding an additional
right,
or additional people to that to try to keep happy and pleased and satisfied and not have no issues and well, this one you did this for this one, and why you do it for me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it's just you don't want nobody feeling no type of way. You don't want to feel like you
Oh
stressed
yeah,
in because now you
cause
stressed in because now you trying to separate yourself between all these people, and then damn, when is your personal time? You see what I'm saying? So I just no, not for me. Too
Yeah,
much.
because I definitely, I don't think I can deal with another female because when she's on her verge, I would get jealous, and I don't. I'd be like, well, dang, I feel left out. So I don't see my.
But see, that's the thing with going into a relationship like that. You go into the relationship with the understanding that you're gonna have to take turns, and you know that that's the whole point of the relationship is that you know you're not gonna have that person 100% of the time while you're there. Now they will argue with you that you do have them 100% of the time because they're gonna tell you that when you're with them that is their 100%, but it's not because when you're with somebody in a monogamous relationship, you have them 100% of their time because they're not devoting it to nobody else in the relationship. It's just you and them all the time, unless it's kids and other things. But on a more intimate level, you do have them. So when you go into something like that, you do have to say, I'm willing to share you with somebody else and not pretty much be jealous behind it. Like that's the whole
right,
point. You
right,
can't go into it like, well, sometimes it's okay because you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna work. It probably ain't gonna work a whole week. It's not, it's just not even gonna go there. You have to be one of the people that
I'm
like,
too
I don't really
selfish
care.
for.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm too selfish for a threesome with a female. I
Yeah.
mean, just period.
Yeah, I mean, there's
God.
females out there, men out there that like it. They do it. There's this Facebook group that I belong to, and it's some shit. I don't know why she does it, but she likes to put her business out there on Facebook, and she's in one of those relationships, the polyamorous relationships, and they always claiming poly life, poly life, poly life, and her husband, and they have these chicks. The chicks look like they're like pretty young. They don't look like they're like older chicks. They got these chicks who they sleep with. And it could be like 4 or 5 different chicks. She sleeps with them. He sleeps with them. They all sleep together. To me, in my mind, it just seems nasty to me to be sharing that much sexual fluid amongst a group of people. It kind of just it's disgusting on a certain level to me because it's like all of y'all
Hmm.
eating and sucking and it's too much to me. It's just too much. Now if you was just be like, okay, for an exhibitionist situation, I just did it one night. If you did that, I would be like, okay, you did that. But on a constant, everyday basis, as a normal part of my life, this is my sex life, this is what I do. I personally couldn't see doing it. I mean, it's almost like being a porn star, but you're not getting paid in a sense. You're not getting paid because you're sleeping with multiple people, you're having sex with multiple people, you're sharing yourself with multiple people, but you just don't have maybe the camera recording it, or no, she actually records it. So you're not getting paid pretty much because somebody's recording it, y'all uploading it, and yeah, I'm just cool with it. I'm ain't cool. Oh God. But if that's like a fantasy of yours to do it like a one time thing, just to be like, oh, I had a group orgy or some bull, and it was cool. I just did it just because I wanted to do it this one time. Okay, whatever. But I couldn't do it on no. Yeah, nah. This is my thoughts.
Hmm.
What about everybody else? What you doing, Tammy?
Do what?
The
I don't see it.
thruple or the polyamorous?
A thruple or
Triple.
a
I do a
thruple
triple,
or
not a poly.
I mean, I would. Well, let's see. I would do a thruple if it was me
Right.
and two
It has to be
guys.
like the right two people.
Right, but as far as because I don't dig women. I don't find women attractive. I barely can even
Yeah.
talk to women sometimes. So just like the one lady on the podcast was saying that she could see it happening if the other female was someone that she loved like a sister.
Mm.
Someone that she just had, a really close bond with. And the throuple that was talking, that's what they were like. They are really close. The two women are super close, and both women are bi, so that works for them.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
that works for them. And I guess that's the magic you gotta find. What works for you.
Yeah. What works for you? I mean, it's people out there it works for. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
You said you would do the thruple model.
Yeah.
Oh, and thruple with two guys and a girl, two girls and a guy. Like which one and why would you?
Two girls.
Okay, would this be like a constant thing you would want to be in, or is this what just like a one time or a few time and you cool or?
It'll probably be on the trial basis to see if it works. But if it
Mm,
doesn't,
okay.
Yeah, because women are very touchy.
yeah,
Mhm.
very confusing.
Yeah, like I said, it started off okay, but then them emotions start to get in the way.
Man, and
Like
that
you know,
PMS and business. Ooh.
Mm-mm.
they ain't hit that far yet.
Because this lady was saying that because it's a husband and a wife, and then she's their girlfriend. So they have a son, and she was saying that this chick works in her office, and they went out for drinks one day after work, and she was like really hyper attracted to her. And she was
Mm.
like, oh my God. She called her husband, and he came down to the bar,
Oh, claim
and
it.
he was like,
Oh,
babe,
click.
she is
Oh,
super
look
hot.
at the rap.
And they were like, yeah, she is. And they both just kind of said, well, never hurts to ask. And then they ended
Sick
up
of
with her, and
fools,
now
plain of foo.
it's been, I don't know, it's been a while they've been together. It's been like over a year. It's been the three of them.
Mm.
Like, okay.
Hey, works for some people, I guess. Mm.
Oh,
What about you, Con? Stacks?
Nah.
Con?
Boo.
Uh,
What about you?
Shit.
have I ever did what now? So,
Yeah, see, look at
I
this
mean,
mess. Wow.
I wouldn't be in a relationship like that. I mean,
right.
I just don't see myself doing it because, as people say, they'll be equal, but it won't be.
Yeah.
I feel that
Because
it
I
won't
feel like
be.
you'll click more with one than you would really the other. You'll enjoy your time more with one than you will with the other. So that's what you're gonna want to do.
Yeah, I've
Hmm.
tried that before, and then like it becomes a thing, like, and it could be like little shit, like little dumb shit that you probably
Yeah.
don't really see, but and it's probably not even like that, but they just feel like that. Like for
Hmm.
instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, like when you about to have sex or something, well, why you always start with her and you ain't never start with me?
Yeah. Yeah. That.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But she wanted to eat
I already
first.
see the
Yeah.
problems.
I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, fuck that. Too much of a headache, too much work.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But the couple, I
It's hard enough
actually,
trying to keep one these days. Shit.
You so
hmm,
They got to deal with
stupid.
I,
two.
I
yeah,
mean,
That's
that's
cause
crazy.
awesome.
I haven't been in a relationship like that, but I've had a threesome before, and the person was into me, but the other person was into him. It ain't complicated, but he was more into me, and she was more into him.
Mm.
Which was an issue.
Yeah.
And that's what you risk when you
But
do
see, yeah,
that.
it is. And this is the other thing too that I've noticed because I have a lady I used to work with who her and her husband have a girlfriend. But if the women aren't bi,
Yeah.
if it's two women and the women aren't bi, you're automatically gonna have a problem.
Yeah, 'cause
Hmm.
I ain't gonna be
You know,
fucking
if the
and
women, because
living on no family.
mm-hmm.
I ain't got time for it. You do all that if that's what you want to do. Hey, that's what you there for. But yeah, I mean, cause I mean, and in his mind, he's saying, "Oh, it's not like that," but you're not gonna tell me that there isn't something about one of the people who you're sleeping with in this little triangle that you not feeling more than the other
Hmm.
one. I mean, yeah, you might both like them, but you gonna feel one a little bit more than the other because maybe you and that person has more of something in common, or you just like something that
Hmm.
they do, or how they act, or how they carry themselves, or maybe they sexual
Hmm.
acts like they just are better in bed. I mean, it's so you would gravitate towards them more, especially if it got to a point where it became down to where y'all grade have intercourse. Of course, you know you got to do both, but you gonna enjoy your time more with the one who you feels that has better sex because that's the one who you enjoy having sex with the most. So yeah, you gonna give her time just so she won't say nothing, but you gonna really be over here doing what you do because you like, yeah, this where it's at right here. But you can't let her know that because you don't want her feeling. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Them games. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, me either.
And that's like if the chick, that's like if a chick had two dudes. You know, they might be both equally great lovers, but it's gonna be something about one of them that you're gonna like more than the other. Maybe he go down on you better than the other one do. He spend more time foreplaying you more, caressing you more, stroking you better. I mean, it's gonna be something. Not saying that they're not gonna be good equally, because there's probably situations where to be like a girl be like, oh well, nah, they both excellent. But it's gonna be
Yeah.
something about the other one that you're going to enjoy more. Just something. It don't even have to be nothing big. It's just it could be something small. Like maybe he takes extra care of his balls. I don't know. Just it could be just something.
Say take extra care of his balls. Dang.
Like he got on there with the
Wow.
trimmers. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like a dude who has a wild jungle down there. I just don't. Like, I like to see a little hair down there. That's cool. Let me know you a grown man. But I don't like when I go down there, I gotta shift through just to get to things. I don't like all that. Like, keep that, just like a lot of dudes. Now, I have came across some dudes that be like, don't shave it. Because to me, when you do that, it made me think you like a little girl, and only little girls don't have no hair down there. Keep that hair down there. Let me know you a grown woman. Boy, you should know that before we step into the bedroom, whether it's shade or not. That should, I mean, really? So, I mean, there are some men that like the hair. And then there's some men that don't want the hair at all. And then there's some men that's like, okay, don't give it all the way. Just trim it down like a nice little strip or something cool, but just don't completely take it all away. Like, I mean, so different strokes for different folks, but I don't like my man to be having no hairy ass chest with all this hair all over his chest, and it just look like, what the hell? Because I can't suck and live on your nipples, and then his area down there is just out of whack. Like, groom yourself. Just, like, cut down on the jungle. That's all I'm saying. Difficult. That's just
Alrighty then.
my personal pet peeve. Yeah. I wonder if some of you guys' pet peeves or things that you about your partners or people you came in contact with, you like, nah, this is something I don't like, or this is something I do like, or
What I miss?
Nothing.
Repeat the question one more time.
what is something about people who you've been either a current partner or you've been with people that you either have a pet peeve that they've done or you came across that you didn't like, or maybe some stuff that they've done that you do like.
Oh, they
Maybe,
finished before me.
huh?
They finished before me. Didn't even care.
You sound very muffled. I don't know what
They
you over there
finished
saying.
what?
I said they finished before me
Oh,
and
you that's a
didn't
pet pay.
care.
Oh, okay, okay, got you, got you.
Oh, they came before you.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, shit, I got mine. Get yours.
shit, Bernie Mac said it ain't
That
nothing
is
but 50
Yo,
folks
so
tired of this nigga got shit
sad.
to do.
So
Right
sad.
now.
There
Spent
was an
all that time
ultimatum for a
hollering. You should have been
long
focused
time.
on that.
he ain't gonna
Oh
have as
shit,
many as
I fucked
us.
myself
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Right. But you know, some men stamina can only allow them to have an orgasm every some men. Not all. have an orgasm every so many like they can't like there are been I've been with a man where he's orgasm but he can keep going like it don't some of them they come they climax dick go soft they gotta wait a little bit take a little break let's get back up again and then there's some men who
Put some ice
orgasm
on it.
climax and they can just keep going they can the dick don't get soft it stay hard and you know what I'm
Nigga that's
saying.
trying too hard.
Nah, it's just
Takes trying too hard.
it's some men that are out there that are like that. It's just it's
Oh,
dependent
they
on
trying too hard.
that
That's what
man.
I
This is
said.
like
I can't
females.
see
With some of us after we come, we done. We don't need to keep busting 4, 5, 6, 7 up. You know what I'm saying? Some of us who like, nah, I want to go for that fourth one. I want to go for that fifth one. Let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's dependent on the person. You know?
Can somebody sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
I
is
hear
it?
somebody sleep.
Yeah,
Who is it?
I'm
probably
here to
me.
replace whoever sleep.
Hey,
Oh, we got a new we got
oh,
a
late.
new part. Right. Introduce yourself so everybody
Oh,
know
who
who
the
you
fuck? I had
are.
to turn
Hey,
around and
what up,
look at
y'all?
you
This
like,
the
who the
guy
fuck is
Don.
that?
I did too. I'm like, wait.
Y'all left the back door open.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Apparently we
supposed to
did.
Gotta
be. It's
work
supposed to
on
be.
that.
Supposed to be.
On the
No, it's
window
supposed to
cracks.
be. It's supposed to be
Look, on
open
the
so
window
that
cracks.
only the people in the
Nah.
community can join. So he good. He good. So we just talking about a lot of. Well, we just touched on a lot of stuff. We kind of, yeah, I haven't come
Y'all was
in.
watching her for a second
But
on YouTube. I was like, what you get on? Okay. I was following y'all back.
but I didn't finish though. So what had
Okay.
happened was he got there and it made my feet curl and I caught a
Okay.
cramp. And so I had to stop.
Okay.
Oh, that's even
Okay.
And
worse.
that's when he didn't care.
Oh.
And that pissed me off to the core. That pissed me off. He had an ultimatum for a long time.
Damn.
Almost fucked your legs up.
Right.
hmm
Them
He was
cramps at the wrong
probably
time.
he. I was just saying he was probably mad because you stopped him. Although that shouldn't have been an excuse, but he might have been mad because you stopped him,
You
and
ever
so
put a cramp by doing that
he was
shit?
probably
Nah. Bullshit.
let me
Like I
hurry up and
said,
get
hey,
mine
caught me in
before
the
she
middle.
catch another cramp, and then I can't get mine. You know what I'm saying? That's probably maybe where his mind frame was at the
Well,
time. Yeah, he's
as a matter of
like,
fact, I think that was the last time. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
wow,
But the attitude that he had though, like he just didn't care. That pissed
damn.
me off.
That's all right.
Okay.
He'll catch a cramp one day and remember.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
Cause that ain't no
but
fun.
he was so thirsty, and I was eating
Cramping
him.
that thigh ain't no joke, boy.
Duh.
Mm.
Boy, them cramps anywhere. Oh my gosh. Foot, ankle.
Yeah, cramps
Line
Ooh,
of
don't
work.
feel
yeah,
good.
Lord.
I
And
hope I
then the
don't
whole
feel
thing
bad.
is you being caught in a certain, catching yourself in a certain position and having to try to hurry up and get out of it so you can straighten out. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
That,
I had a
that
chick laugh
reminds
at
me.
me for that shit one
well, now
time.
you better learn to stretch.
Uh-uh.
Hey,
Your
You like,
She like,
toes?
what you nut? I was like,
Wait,
nah,
wait,
according to the
just
popping thing. You better pop them thing.
hey, like Little Chris said, do your stretches. Don't put no hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Milk bottle almost gone.
Yeah,
oh
stupid,
no. Nice,
stupid.
y'all.
So
Yeah, I'm the only
let
one
me ask
drinking and
y'all this
shit.
question. Let me ask y'all this question.
That's what you think.
Okay, so let's put ourselves in this mind frame. Imagine you out with your lady, meal. Y'all had a very good day, night, whatever you want to call it, and you going back to either place, either her place or your place, or his place, whatever. And it's great time to get ready to do the do. So, everybody goes in there, freshens up or whatever. Um, Well, okay. You go back to the place. So either you going back to your own place or you're going back to your partner's place. First question I want to ask: you've been out on a date or whatever. Are you freshening up, or are you just heading straight into the activity? That's the first question I want to ask everybody.
No, see, I'm so um germa. What's the word? Germaphobe.
You're
Homophobic?
germaphobe.
I'm a
Germaphobe.
germaphobe, but I has there has to be some kind of cleaning. If I can't clean it, there's going to be a condom. There is going to be a condom because I just
There should be a
my
condom
mind goes
anywhere.
to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a relationship, like I've been together, I'm pretty sure
I
that.
mean,
Well,
if
yeah.
it's somebody I'm in a relationship with,
Then
then
that's different.
Nine
probably get
times out of
straight
ten,
into
it's
it. I'm
not.
gonna just say that shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe my question is y'all don't understand. When I say get straight to it, I mean like y'all nobody's
Start
going in
fucking.
Get
to
straight to it.
right, nobody's going
Yeah.
in to take no showers, going to the bathroom, the refreshing up down in there in that area. You know, like you just going in, y'all come into the doorway, y'all in the bedroom stripping clothes off, clothes fall on the ground, y'all laying on the bed, y'all just get straight to it. Like that's what I mean. Y'all getting straight to it. Or is it some go in there, sit on the couch, I'll be out in a
Like
minute,
for me,
or
that depends
he
on the female. Like if that's what we
That
I
normally
think with
do,
too.
that
then
one,
yeah.
I think that depends on what was going on while you was out.
And that depends on the date.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
okay,
Yes.
okay. So let's say the date was pretty much just maybe like your normal date, dinner and a movie. You're not, doing anything
And nah, we ain't
strenuous.
really do nothing strenuous. Nah, you get straight
Okay,
to it.
Yeah,
okay,
straight to it.
okay.
Yes.
Nah,
Yes.
to
Yeah, I ain't
me,
had no
even on
reason for
some
my
months.
balls to be salty, so
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna play with you.
I ain't been out playing ball or nothing.
Like
I
we
don't know.
ain't been
To
out on
me,
that roller coaster shit like that amusement park.
it depends on what we doing. If we it ain't no oral play, then straight to it. We trying to
Mhm.
get some extra shit, then go on up in there.
Okay, that makes sense, GD. I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I don't know me personally. I don't care if I did this because I mean, anytime I'm going out anywhere, anyway, I take a shower. So obviously, if I'm going out on a date with somebody, I'm going to make sure I'm taking a shower before I even go out on a date. But I just feel like, um, being you dug or however you want to say it. I just feel like even if I wasn't though, I just feel like you go outside and you left the house and even though I'm sitting, I just feel like to me on an intimate level, I just want to make sure that I'm as clean and as fresh as possible. So I wouldn't want to just be getting into something and you know what I'm saying, I just would feel better if I just made sure that, you know what I'm saying, there's no problems. And I was like that with my ex. And at first he had a problem with it. It's like, dang, you always, you stay your ass in the shower. And I was like, and then I had to tell myself, but do I think though? He'd be like, no, you don't know. I was like, okay. So I said, would you rather me be self-conscious and make sure that I never do? Or would you rather me not give a fuck and then you come across some shit and you're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you get, you see what I'm saying? I said, so what are you complaining? Are you really complaining about, and then he was like, I never look at it like that. He was like, cause I did used to mess with this one chick and she always like, you know what I'm saying? I said, see, so you kind of got to look at it in both aspects, but mm, mm. Me personally, I just
But
like to
at the
make sure
same
I'm in the
time,
shower. Shit, take a shower, take a
at
bath,
the
whatever you
same
want to
time
call it.
though, but it's a level 10, should you call it, when you're just so sparked by each other and like at the end of the day you just don't care, like it's just like get your clothes off now, let's do
I mean,
this,
I
like
get that part.
you're
I
just
get
so
that.
in the moment.
I get that part. Like I get that part. I'm not saying I haven't ever. I just said I prefer. I didn't say
Mhm.
never. I just said I
I understand, I
prefer.
definitely agree.
Uh,
Everybody got quiet as hell.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Cause they
Yeah,
like
she
the
talking
nitty
about
gritty,
talking
down and
about she
dirty.
eating dirty hot dog.
but like if it's somebody you just met, I mean, some people do go home with some blank strangers.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I never have, but I know some people that have. I don't know what they do, but if I was to ever go home with a blank stranger, I wouldn't go to their house. I would make sure I go to mine because I would feel more comfortable, in the comfort of my own home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm.
Or just in the
I
car.
mean, but even when you come home and y'all in the heat of the moment, the first thing 9 times out of 10, what a woman gonna do, she gonna go in the bathroom
Yeah.
and hit them spots. You know what I'm saying?
30,
Cooking.
45 minutes.
Damn.
No,
This
no,
nigga
30,
said
Yeah.
30
45
or
minutes.
45
Then
minutes. You gonna be asleep.
that's a
Let her
bath.
go.
You hear me?
Right. You gonna come in, this nigga gonna be
30,
Yeah.
45
knocked
minutes. That's a
out. He gonna be on the
bath.
bed. Somebody some like, damn. Like, nah, you ain't trying to do that.
She was gonna run
That's when
back
that
and
wake
baby,
up
you
head come
ready?
in
You like
handy.
shit, I done finished.
Yeah, nah. I ain't trying to be in there like that. Like, shit, you ain't dirty. You just basically freshening yourself up. That's what I said. I'm talking about like
right, right.
freshening yourself up. Now I'm not talking about going in there and retaking
Wow,
your
you're
whole
noted.
ass shower again. Like, now I'm talking about just going in there and just making sure you good
Couple baby wipes,
Right,
everywhere.
right.
little
Ass,
perfume.
coochie, underarms, in between the
Them spots,
thighs.
them
Like,
spots. You know he might go.
exactly, freshening
Right.
up.
That
Now,
sometimes they want to explore.
I don't like,
Uh-huh.
I don't give a
Lost your teeth
care,
water.
I don't give a
Girl, let
care
it
what
rain on you
nobody
with that
say.
ass.
I don't give a care what nobody say. In these summer heats, I'm taking a whole ass shower again. You got me all the way messed up. No, we're not finna even do that. I don't care if I did just get out the shower and just go meet you at a restaurant to go out to eat, and we only sat there for 30 to 45 minutes and we didn't do shit. I'm coming back and I'm taking a shower because first of
Oh, we
all,
taking a shower.
well, we can take a shower. We can do it in the shower. I don't care. I'm just saying.
We can get a shower
Right.
anytime.
That's what I'm saying. But
It
It's
I'm
takes
already in
no
the shower.
time.
I'm just saying I'm getting back in the shower because it's summertime and it's hot outside. Like I ain't finna even try to even play them games right now.
I have been fussed at about that before.
Why?
Because he didn't want me to shower.
He wanted that.
He
He
didn't want me
wanted
to
that.
shower.
Oh, okay. He
Uh
wanted.
huh.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
He
some
was
people
like,
like
"Nah,
it.
nah, nah, nah,
I've,
nah.
I've run across
What you
that
turning on the
before
shower
too.
for?" And I was
I've
like,
run across
"I'm
that.
getting ready to take a shower." Nah, nah. Bring all that right here. Don't you
Oh,
dare. Like, oh,
oh,
excuse me, I'm
oh,
not
My
bathing.
wife that seasoning.
controlling.
She know. She want
Rolling.
all the
I
seasoning.
be hopping in the shower too with the female. They ain't know you going in there. We both going in
That's
there.
what I'm
Okay,
was that
yeah.
too. Yeah,
And see, that's what
but
I'm
yeah, I
Cause
have
saying.
been
back
fussed at
Like,
about that.
yeah,
I
cause you
was I
know.
just gonna say back in the day I had a chick, she was like we was just talking. I just met this chick. We was on the couch sitting there talking. I'm like, come on, what's up? What's good? Do, 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 do. 45, 30 minutes of talking. And she was like, okay, okay, let's do it. Man, I was so mad at her. I tried to nut as quick as I could. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I went in there and was like, wow, and laid the fuck down on her ass. Like the
Mm-mm.
Lions do. Like, wow. Done, nigga. I hope you got yours, goddamn it.
What? Why?
Oh,
Cause she needed to take a shower.
No, cause no, it wasn't even about the shower. It was about, just bullshitting, wasting my
making
time,
yeah.
probably. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, got you.
Like
Okay.
she killed your mood. Like you was
Yeah,
ready, you wanted to talk.
yeah.
So by
It
the
was,
time she was
yeah,
ready, you
like,
just like whatever.
yeah. You get the lazy D.
Mm,
Oh no.
not the lazy D.
Yeah, I pissed her off. Never talk to her again. None of that. That's what I want.
Wow.
Damn.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
when I
she,
was young, I ain't had no
now she
emotional
driving
feelings for
for
no woman.
lazy car.
Yeah,
Pretty
lazy D,
much.
lazy D.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And why is that? Because she knew she wanted to dig, but she was just like prolonging it. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, all of that. Talking about she
Oh
like it, all
wow.
of that, and then And 30 minutes later, we still talking.
I don't know, but see that I think if I'm gonna do all of that, I'm not gonna be no damn 30 minutes first to talk. Like if I'm gonna go out to the point to where I'm having you pull it all out and play with it, and yeah, nah. If I'm not going to do anything sexual with you, then I'm not gonna try to entice you on a sexual level to even get you to the point to where now you yourself is horny because you want some. That's you, but I'm
Should have got
saying I'm
digital.
not gonna egg it on by touching on it and caressing it and putting it in my hand. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that, especially if I'm just like literally just having you to come over. We chilling, we watching movies and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? You might be like, come on, like, no, no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, no, let me see it. No,
Mm,
ooh, and play with it.
Right,
No,
right,
ooh, do you know what I'm saying? Like that's like, what are
right,
you doing? Like we
right.
not fucking 12, 13, 14 no more. Like if I'm not sexting you, I'm not gonna have sex. I'm gonna tell you like, nah, we not doing none of that. Like, and if you continue to, that's on
Right.
you. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, put it out, put it in. I'm not gonna, no, I'm not gonna do all that. We're not even gonna go there. We're not gonna go there at all.
Oh.
see, that's respectable. You ain't
I
wasting my
mean,
time.
Right.
and I've done that with a guy before, and he did not want to take no for an answer. I guess he thought if he kept on trying to push the subject that it was going to go down, and I kept telling him no, it's not. Like I'm just over here with you to chill and watch movies. You getting yourself all riled up trying to massage all on me and shit. Like, okay, you want to give me a massage? That's cool, but I'm just letting you know it's not gonna go anything further than a massage. But you're not listening because in your
The
mind,
kitchen's closed.
right, but in your mind, maybe you done came across some other females that said that shit, but then they
Y'all
let
hold
you
on.
hit. You see what I'm saying? And I keep trying to tell you, I'm a different type of female. Like this, if I say one thing, that's pretty much what I know. A female knows before she goes over to this dude house or before she has him come over, is she
Yes.
gonna let him
Yes.
hit it before he gets there? Okay, we didn't already made up in
Sure.
our mind because we didn't already did our little steps we gonna do in the shower, getting
Yep.
ready
Yep.
before you get there or
Yep.
before we get there. So we already know if we gonna even let you have some. Now whether we play hard to get or whatever the case is, it's a different story. But
So
we
let me go back.
already know if we're gonna even let you even get that far. So I already
Mm-hmm.
had in my
I don't
mind
know
we
what
went.
happened. I still had some batteries in that box of batteries.
I already know before I get there, I wasn't doing that with him. I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? We just cool and met. I'm not finna go over there and bust down. Nah. Hell no. I'm good.
Money.
And you're just like, I guess it's in a point where you're in a relationship for a long time and
He was cool with. He was over her house. They not in that relationship. It's just pretty much like we friends. We met. You know what I'm saying? I came over here. You gonna let me hit it? What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's different. But if y'all in a relationship, I mean, it's a whole different situation in that time going on with that. Like,
mm,
you can't even.
I might have double A. Look in my car, and if you wanna go back outside, he's like, no, forget it then. In the center console, I have some batteries.
Some batteries. Would you okay? So while we talking on batteries, would you ever let your partner, male or female, use sexual toys on
Hell
yes,
you?
no.
Okay,
yes,
let me finish. Let me finish.
She said yes.
Wow.
Use them on you or use them with you guys when you're having your sexual inner moment, like when you're having intercourse or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Yes.
I've used them before on my partner.
Would you like them to use them on you? And
No,
let me
not on me. I
clarify.
use them on them.
No, listen.
I don't use.
Let me
What are we talking about?
clarify.
Toys?
That's what I'm saying. Let me clarify what I mean. I'm not talking about nothing going in your butt or none of that. You know, they got like the little vibrators that they can put on the tip of your dick. They
You mean
got
cock rings?
They
no.
hope
They got
they
those
do have
too.
some that are like cock rings with the vibrators that go
Yeah.
that way. But they
Yeah,
have
them shit
yeah.
tickle.
Right, but I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
cock ring. Those are like
And like
normal. I'm
clamps for
talking
the
about like if
nipples.
she used one of her toys on you as a form of extra stimulation on your dick, like sensitive areas on you to give like extra stimulation on you.
Extra stimulation for men don't work because we honestly gotta.
Mm,
Honestly, we gonna get there before you get there. What we need the extra stimulation for?
it's not
You know what I
really,
mean?
but listen, it's not really about
That's
who's
true.
getting there first. It's more so like, and I'm thinking of in a more foreplay type of
To be more
situation.
pleasurable.
So like,
Right,
not
right,
really to take you, not really because I'm needing you to nut. No, it's just to stimulate you to get, you know what I'm saying? Just to add a little extra fun into the bedroom, something new to try, you know, instead of the same old, oh, I give you head, oh, you give me head, oh, I'll shake you off, oh, I'll shake you off, oh, that's fuck, you know what I'm saying? Just like some little extra
right,
shit,
right.
you
To
know,
break the
just
routine.
right,
I
just
feel where you
like
coming from.
rolling the vibrating egg around your nuts and down the shaft, you know, little shit like that to kind of just be like, oh, okay, shit, this kind of feel different. Like, what the fuck she doing? You know, that I'm not talking about sticking
Right.
in none of your ass because we all know that's gay or y'all don't want none of that. So now I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about basically stimulating your nuts and your penis. Period. Like just on just some other
I
shit with
I wouldn't
some.
mind trying that, but I ain't never did that before. To me, head is foreplay, so
It's a part. It is a part. Yes, it is.
I'm kind of locked in a box when I ain't never had nobody none of
Well, you
that.
should try that. You should try
I didn't
that.
I didn't had them gargled though.
Oh my god. Anyway, you should try that though, because it does bring about
It's more
new.
pleasurable than
It
that.
it is. It's very very.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As a man, I heard y'all kind of say it earlier. Two females is kind of the the foreplay a nigga be on. Cause I mean, even just two females in a room kissing each other before anything even happened, that's a major turn on. It
Mhm.
ain't even gotta be
That's their
you
toys right there.
touching me or nothing like that.
Well, if you don't have your two females and you just have your one.
Go get another one. No,
That's
I'm just
what
playing.
porn is for.
I'm just saying, like, if it's just y'all in the bedroom doing y'all's
Right, right,
thing,
right, right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Just to kind of add something a little different that maybe neither has tried. Just be okay, let's just see what this do. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Let's just see.
right. Yeah, we
And
gonna
if
have to
I don't
come to
like
your
it,
town
then we
one
don't do
time.
it no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm one of those people. I'll try something, not everything, but I'll try some
Mhm.
stuff just to see if I like it. And then it
Right.
might shock me. I might enjoy it, and then might not.
You like to experiment.
You know, I
Yeah,
had
nothing wrong with that.
there was what's those things that those little balls that go up you. I
The
can't think of
beads.
The Benoit balls.
Ben. Was it Benoit?
They're
Well,
called
anyways,
Benoit balls.
Nah, them the ones you put up
it doesn't sound
inside.
familiar, but it's something. It's it, but
Oh,
it
the
before you
anal
had.
beads. The anal
Mm,
beads?
Are
I
you
don't know
talking
what you're
about
talking
Kegel
about.
beads?
Kegel. No, it might be Kegel. No.
Are they supposed to help
Yeah,
you with
Anyways,
your?
Benoit
it's
balls they use for your kegels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps tighten up the muscles inside of the vagina.
Yeah, mosquito.
no. It's
Okay.
it's it's like a little silver ball,
The
and you
egg?
take. Huh?
Is it an egg?
Wait, let her finish. It's a little silver
Let her finish.
ball.
Yeah. So it's a little silver ball, and you put it in place, and the man is supposed to turn it on anywhere, anytime.
Oh, you
and
talking about
it's
Oh,
like a
it's just
supposed
a
panty?
to.
wireless. Yeah, it's a wireless egg, like a wireless silver
Oh
bullet.
shit,
Yeah,
it.
can't think of the name, but
Oh, girl,
I've
those are
been wanting
fun.
because I'm like, what if it when it's in place and it travels and you just can't get it? I've heard stories
Oh, you
where
gonna get
people
it
they
out.
can't
Oh,
get it
see,
It's
it's
out.
not
supposed to be a
supposed to
cord
be.
hooked up to that shit.
Yeah, you're
No, no,
not
no, no, no,
supposed to
no.
let it go
She's
that
talking about the
far.
wireless.
Oh,
Those wireless bullets you don't put inside. They they affix inside your underwear if you're wearing any because they're supposed to stimulate
Mm-hmm.
your clitoris. So you put, you wear that, and then your dude or whoever you're with has a controller and just can buzz you anytime they feel like it.
I want to do that in
I thought they
public. Look the
go.
bullshit.
I thought you put them
Oh
I do that
inside.
while
yes,
she at work.
but it's so much fun.
You don't put them
Mm-hmm.
inside.
I'm sure they have some that go inside, but they probably do. But the ones that I've seen and used are not for
Cause they
inside.
got they got the vibrating panties. They got the egg thing that you're talking about. They got all of them. They got like wireless remotes where the dude or whoever your partner is has control over it, and they can turn it on, turn it up, turn it down. It's,
Now, I wish I did have a dude that was that creative thinking about the vibrating panties.
mm-hmm.
Man,
send me
and you
Addy. I
go
got you.
out.
That's on phone.
That'd be
Could
fun.
have,
That
but
would
you
be
be
fun to try that.
bullshit.
That would be fun to try some mess like that in
Yes.
public. That would be fun.
But do that shit while she at
Mhm.
work.
Hell yeah.
How
Exactly.
you
I'm
gonna do it
hitting
while
you
she
up.
at you listen.
You know you got a meeting today, baby. I'm hitting you up in the meeting.
You
Goddamn
would
it.
have to be you would have to be close
You probably
so
only
far
gotta be
close
like
to me.
10 feet.
Yeah,
And
you
it's a
can't.
But listen,
Yeah,
but listen, they have,
They have ones on the phone you can
need one
use.
with a 50 mile
yes, they have
radius.
some
Hmm.
that you can control
Long
with the
distance.
phone, so
Hmm.
you don't have. Yep,
What's the
yep.
app?
Yep, as
They
an
got the
app.
long distance.
Because
Oh, I
When
have
your
to look it
people go out
up.
of town or out of
my
state.
friend has one.
I bet you them
And
mugs
your
is
partner has
expensive.
control over it. Yeah, they do have
You
those. Yes.
kidding?
Mm-mm. Go check in your state. I would say. I don't know if it's how big the city you live in is, but you'll at some point there will be an adult expo, and if you go to the adult expo, they have all that shit.
GG, I got Amazon. Like,
Like 50,
He's
right?
stupid.
Like I
Ooh.
saw those like 15 years ago. They started
Oh
that
wow.
technology, so
In fact, you need to step your
now
game
it's
up. You
like
need
super
somebody that work at
advanced.
FedEx.
well,
You're
Make
somebody
sure
else.
you work somewhere where
No,
you can concentrate or not finna do nothing dangerous where he turn that mug on and scare your ass half to death. You ain't gonna die immediately. Ugh.
Not
silly.
immediately.
Make sure you're not a pilot or
Shit.
nothing. You should be straight.
Right. You up doing no construction or nothing crazy like that, or about to arch somebody's eyebrows and you going yeah or something, or just a whole lot of this crazy stuff.
Putting those, giving somebody some fake eyelashes. Oh shit, my
Okay.
tweezers went into the eye.
Man, so yeah, you gotta make sure that, you don't have them out there
Prepared.
hurting folks while you up here trying to have your little freaky fun time, you know.
Jeez, I know I don't still have those business cards. I'm sure that company's out of business.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to add?
I mean, it's kind of different. This was on my mind because of what I heard today. D.L.
Mm-hmm.
Hughley show. He was talking about how Donald Trump another person said Donald Trump raped him and shit.
Oh,
Um,
Oh,
ain't
that
nobody
lady,
saying shit
yeah.
about it. The Me Too movement is not moving. It's
cause
quiet as shit.
it's him.
It's crazy
With
because this
him,
lady that
yeah.
said
It's
it,
just with him.
the lady that said it, and she has pretty much proved that when she said it happened, whatever. And she was so disturbed, she went and she told two friends that day. She was so upset. One person told her that is considered rape and you need to report it.
Mhm.
And she was like, but he's this person, he has all this money, he's this and that and the other. And her friend told her, that does not give him the right to do that to you. That
And
is
don't.
rape. You need to report it. Her
Mhm.
other friend told her, don't say anything. This is a man with money and with power, and he can ruin your life.
Mm.
So she kept her mouth shut all this time. And for some reason now, I don't know why she came out now. For some reason now, she's come forward. But she documented it and everything the day it happened with people and just never
Wow.
came forward.
They're not doing that because of who she's accusing. That's really what it boils down to be. It's who she's accusing of the acts. And it's like, y'all didn't do that when he was talking about grabbing people by the pussies and shit. Like, so you know that he wasn't finna do nothing with this woman saying he raped her.
Well, and then the other women that have accused him have quietly been paid off and went on their way. So, nobody's even tripping on it.
Same.
Yeah, I think that's
Everybody
crazy
has a
because
price.
you got people like the five dudes that just got out of prison that Trump wanted to go to prison for rape.
And he
You know what I
still
mean?
wants them, he still says that they should still be put to death right now, even though he knows they're innocent.
Right.
That's
I think
crazy.
that's because they got they not necessarily beat the system, but the system played in their favor after so many damn years. And they're just
Right.
like living proof that hey, shit is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Right. That's exactly what
They
they
took
are.
both of
Yep.
his they took their childhood. Shoot.
Exactly.
It took all the years of those boys' lives and did it. Yeah. Just because.
Yeah, that shit
And then
crazy.
you know the guy that did it, that did rape that woman, came forward.
Yeah, I seen it in
I saw her.
And
He
he had
finally.
he had raped a
raped
couple
somebody
people.
else the same night, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, it was just crazy because that lady really put all of that shit on them without really even knowing that they did
They
it or
probably
something.
coerced her too.
Yeah, they do, because that's what they do.
But then she couldn't remember nothing.
Yeah, I'm talking about the prosecutor, that blonde head lady.
Oh yeah, she just wanted them to go because they were black.
And this how it is a lot of times.
Excuse me.
But see, the one dude that they didn't catch, the one that jumped down and he seen the police hit the other boy with the helmet. How they find out he was with them?
I don't know.
Probably jail.
'Cause I don't remember them showing that part.
I don't remember that part neither. Because he was like,
Damn,
yeah, I
man,
seen
sucks
that.
the only one drinking.
You say what?
You think he the only one drinking?
Yep.
No, he
Yeah,
wasn't.
I didn't.
Me and Kyle was drinking.
I didn't finish mine.
Me too.
I was
Y'all
drinking.
motherfuckers ain't drinking. Y'all lying.
We was drinking before you came in. I took like
But I've
5
been
I
drinking
shots.
all
yeah,
day.
You
you
a
guys,
lie. I have not been
it's a
drinking all
bottle
day.
in my hand.
I had took like
Con,
uh
ain't but been drinking all day.
5 shots. You a lie. I took
Oh my
like
goodness.
5 shots before we had started.
She
She
been
just
sipping on
lied.
something all day.
I'm gonna tip on you. Keep playing.
Oh, come
Uh-oh.
on. I got something for you. Open mouth.
You always want somebody to open their mouth. Open your
Say,
damn. Matter of fact, open your ass. Say ah.
Whoa.
how's my
Okay
ass
then.
gonna say ah?
Don't say
It will say ah.
How is my
Shit.
ass gonna say
By
ah?
the time I put them white gloves on and that lube is gonna say ah.
You better go find
Oh wow.
you better go find your best friend who said he'll let you do that.
right.
Whatever. For somebody
We
fucking
don't like
open up.
that type of
I
shit.
want somebody to come out. Everybody don't want to suck dick. Damn it. Shit.
Who
Tudo.
said you was
Tudo.
sucking them? You swallowing them.
Tudo.
I don't say anything about I said not swallowing. See, look at you,
You
nasty
said you gonna
ass.
drink. You said you was gonna drain me up. Give you something to
Nah,
drink. Shit.
nah, I
Shake
ain't
Sprite
say
straws.
nothing like that. That is not what I said, sir.
You said you was gonna sip me up, so I'm giving you something to sip.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try this and see what it's like.
Are we still live, people?
Are we still
Right?
live?
What?
Think
What's
you
that, sir?
killed?
I said,
I
are we
think we
still
killed it
live?
talking about Trump.
I
Shit.
can't
All
hear
right,
y'all
what's
because
y'all favorite
I can't
position?
hear y'all because I walked away from the
Favorite, the one where
Sing
brother
it,
Sexy
face
sir.
down.
motherfucking mind.
Doggy style.
I didn't hear what he
Doggy.
say.
I tell you, what's
Favorite
y'all
position.
favorite position?
Ah, yeah, yeah, doggy style.
The one where brother face
Behind the
down,
ears.
face to the pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Ankles
He always
behind the
got something
you
ears.
ever
smart
seen
to
the one with
say.
the pillow over my
Wait.
face?
Stop. I'm trying to hear God. Genie, what? I
I
heard
said they
something about
like
ankles
the ankles.
somewhere.
They like the ankles behind their ears.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Oh,
other
that's a good
one.
one too.
That's the other one.
Pretzel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is a
Yeah,
good
this
one,
question's
though.
been asked a couple times.
Yes, it has. Mm.
Yeah.
Every time there's a little twist to it. Every time.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, we can't help that.
Who wants a
Right.
mustache ride?
You know,
A mustache ride. You
sometimes,
stupid.
sometimes you come across something that you was like, damn, I didn't know. I like this. You like, damn, let me add this over here to the roster.
Right.
Man, you know what just
All right.
popped up in my head? You
These
remember, I don't
nuts.
know if you guys ever seen
What?
Scream.
You guessed it.
See, I knew you won't mute up.
Well, y'all stupid.
But no, you
Ah,
guys
Stacks, you
ever
got it
seen
wrong.
Scream where the girl, the first movie, no, not Scream, scary movie, where the girl gets written on the wall by the ghost?
Oh
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, where the
yeah,
ghost
yeah.
was fucking the shit out of her all over again.
Man,
That is
Remember that?
that's
hilarious.
every woman's fantasy right there.
Oh, okay. Make sure if I
That
pass
was
away, I come through.
hilarious.
I could do that. I could fucking disappear.
This nigga, wow. He said fucking disappear.
See you later.
Right.
That
That
nigga
was
was off.
hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Alright, so let's say
Mm.
something happened where all of the black men, because I know y'all, y'all black women, y'all with the white man, but where all the black men was like something happened, either we all in jail or we all gone, died or whatever.
Oh no.
Would were you kind of forced to share a nigga? Would you do that or would you just be celibate?
Forced to what?
Share.
Like a life changing event, like either all the niggas is locked
Extension
up or
level
all of them
event.
died, to where there's only so many more people on Earth. What do you do? Do you share or do you just go without?
Well, you're gonna have to repopulate the earth. So if it's only so many men, everybody's gonna end up having to share that. I mean, that's pretty much what happened when you think about what happened to repopulate the earth the first time.
What you mean the first
Ah
time?
shit, I
Adam
swim
and
back to
Eve and they
Africa,
three
see if there's
sons.
any
I think
left.
she talking about Noah's Ark.
I remember Noah's Ark.
Hmm.
You had to repopulate
That's
the earth.
weird to me.
They had to share. They had to
Yeah, they
sleep with each other until they got enough passed around and yeah.
So a lot of inbreeding.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
pretty
it
much.
was.
basically.
Pretty
It was.
much. Yeah.
I was
So
telling
y'all don't
somebody,
recognize that
I
now?
can't remember what brought it up, but oh, it was oh God, I don't even want to get into that part.
Go
Anyway,
ahead.
when I
Go ahead.
worked at a school, there were these two kids that that would brag about, and their moms would brag about the fact that they were both brother and sister and cousins.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because the moms were sisters and they were with the same man.
Oh, that ain't nothing to brag about. I'd be
And my
Wow.
daddy's
ashamed.
also
Yeah.
my uncle, and my sister's also my cousin.
I was just like, okay. He's my
Sounds
brother
like that
and
type
my
of people.
cousin. I was like,
When
don't
they
tell
grow
people that,
up,
sweetheart. Don't tell people
they
that. Yeah.
they gonna grow up. They gonna realize how that's not so cute.
No, it's not.
Yeah, go
It's
throw
Right.
them
it's
t-shirts
actually
away.
nasty.
Those kids
Don't
were
throw them
so
my brother
excited
cousin
about that.
t-shirts away.
Yeah, but as they get older, they're
Right.
gonna start to notice that's not the thing. That's not the it thing.
That's
But you
not the way
know,
that things are supposed to work.
No.
hell, for all you know, they trying to carry on tradition.
I'm sure
Well,
they
Just like
are.
obviously
Easter.
the
We gonna
sisters
get
was
the
arguing
same
over the
man.
same thing. Obviously, I hope the thing was good and well worth it if that's how they feel, but that's just nasty. The sisters, though, really, he couldn't find no other female outside to be messing
Or
around
maybe they
with.
went after him.
True.
Hmm.
They
Mm.
do that too.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I remember watching a soap opera called Passions, and there was a couple that was together, and they found out that they were brother and sister, and they still weren't because they were in love. They still, wanted to
Did
be
you see in
together.
the news not that long ago that that guy who he was adopted? He had been adopted, and he was married, and they had a child, and his wife found his birth mother for him because he had always wanted to meet his birth mother, and then he left his wife to be with his birth mother.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I
To
seen that.
be with his birth
To
Okay.
be
mother.
with their baby.
To be with
Yeah.
her, they wanted to have a baby together. Yes.
Mm.
Oh.
Mhm.
I have seen
To
they
make up
had
for lost
shows.
time.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have seen where there are shows where the
Yes.
the mother and the son is in an intimate relationship.
Oh yeah, something like that was on Dr.
That
Phil.
mess is crazy. There's
It's
no
super
way.
crazy.
All these females and men out here, and you can't find
Yeah,
nobody outside your own flesh and blood.
Child. Yeah.
that's the
Mm-mm.
problem because nobody's as crazy as they are. So they gotta find somebody who is.
I mean, there's the line between okay, I raised a handsome or I raised a gorgeous or beautiful daughter or handsome
Child
son to the point where
versus
oh
But
they
if you're
attractive,
thinking,
oh they
you
sexual. What?
if you're
No.
doing that, you're already loco. So just go ahead.
Yeah, but you got some parents out there be in their kids' business so much you think that's what they want to do with them.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
that's kind of
saying?
how some of the mamas be acting sometimes,
Hmm. You ain't
especially
good
the
enough for
the
my
the
son.
mamas boys.
Look, you ain't good enough for my son. What the hell? You don't sit your stinking ass down. Shit, I said it
Girl,
out loud.
cause they
I
don't want,
don't know.
they almost act like they don't want them to be with nobody. So you just want them to be up under you
Hmm.
all the time. Got
Look,
time for
my
that.
sons can date who they want to date as long as don't nobody hurt them. I'm
Right.
good.
right.
Look what?
I don't know,
Man,
man.
what they
Sometimes I be
say?
thinking the media be perpetrate most of that shit. Cause I remember as a child, I used to
Oh,
watch porno. It used to be some basic ass categories. You know what I mean? Now you look at the categories, this shit
right.
crazy. They got a whole category called taboo, mama and son, shit like that. I be like, man, what the fuck? I be like, ain't this shit illegal though? You know what I mean? Like, how is this legal?
Yeah,
It's
daddy
The
and
kind of stuff
daughter.
and
that
and
happens
then
in
Yes.
the parts of the country we ain't in.
yeah.
Mhm.
That they call what
I thought that was Alabama.
that's where one of them states down there. They say the land of 10,000 people and 10 last names.
Oh no,
Damn.
that ain't Arkansas.
Oh
This
wow.
shit. I've heard many stories like that about Arkansas, but no, we ain't. I'm from Arkansas. Niggas ain't prideful like that.
No, hey, my mother
We're
was
talking
from
about the
Arkansas. I'm just saying,
inbred, the
it's one of those
inbredness.
sayings. It's one
Right,
of those sayings that people say. I'm not saying it's reality. I'm just saying it's one of those
right.
things that people say.
It could be shit. I don't even know. I mean,
That's just
everybody in
crazy.
Arkansas is well, from Pine Bluff. They is pretty
Okay,
close.
stop it.
I'm black.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you this too. My family, my father, their family, they're from Texas, and it's a little town in Texas called Hooks, Texas. It's Texarkana. It's right next to Hooks.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that everybody in that motherfucker is related somehow, when I went down there last year to trace my family tree, I'm like, so basically, I'm related to everybody that's here. Everybody that's here is related. We were like, wait, it's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody slept with everybody's husbands and wives and made babies here and there, and they spread the love. And they had a lot of kids.
Mm-mm.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to a family reunion, and I'm young, but I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But I guess they was finding out, who the third, fourth, fifth cousins was, and niggas was
Mm-hmm.
getting it in. You know what I mean? At the goddamn family reunion, I was like, God damn, this shit is crazy.
Mm-mm.
This shit is crazy.
Oh, you one more
Wow.
spot removed than I thought. Let's do this. Look.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
My
crazy.
apex.
Uh-huh. I'm not shocked.
But see, when I go to my family, everybody look good in my family. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I be like, nigga, I don't go to my family reunions because I ain't trying to be around that shit.
Mm.
Honestly.
Nah, see, like I tell my people, my generation, it's important for you to go to your graduation, to your family reunions, because you don't want to sit up here and end up marrying your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
important for you to know where you came from.
You really do need to
Okay,
know. It's,
okay.
see, well, I
Yeah,
won't
cause
go there.
you gotta make sure that you not accidentally meeting up with your cuz, that she
Oh,
ain't
so
know was
nobody
your
in this movie?
cuz. Yeah, that you ain't know was your cuz, and now you done sat here and smashed her. Might be pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that would be the horriblest thing to
That's my
do.
major issue.
That is another
Oh my
segment
That's
of
gonna be,
After
yes,
Dark.
there's gonna be another segment.
Let me tell you how I wasn't, um, a point in my life where I haven't caught up with the rest. So when growing up as a Christian, and being in Sunday school, they will always teach us, you, everybody love one another because we are all brothers and sisters.
Right.
Now, when I had like all these crushes, and this was about fifth grade, and I was like, dang, because the guy that I was friends with that I had a crush on was Malik, and I was like, dang, I can't crush on you because you're my brother.
Mhm.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww.
I was like, dang. I thinking back, it's just funny. But yeah, I actually know um, one of her patients, I don't know, far cousin that she reconnected with on Facebook. She had said that she had fallen or married her cousin, something like that. And
Mm.
it's a nightmare of mine. Before I get married, we gonna get tested. I'm not going to sit up here
Gotta
and
do that
marry my
DNA
cousin.
test, and ain't no joke. Because I found out that my grandmother and her three sisters, I'm going to take this, they all had children that they gave away.
Oh
Because they each
wow.
had, yeah, they each had so many kids to take care of. They couldn't take care of no more. But then when they had other children, they gave those kids away to other people.
A lot of people did
So,
that back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
they're like, here, you can have this one. I don't need no more. You can't have none here. Take this one.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
better
got
than
family
abortion.
members from
Yeah.
that too. I got family members out there that there's no way to know
That they your family.
without a DNA
Right.
test. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because they got all different last names and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
DNA
And
intertwine.
that's between the three of them. That's six kids that they gave away. Each one gave away two
Damn.
kids. That's
Mm.
six kids that they gave away, aside from the how
So
many
did
they
I
had.
remember who they gave away the kids to? Like,
They're all dead. We don't know.
Yeah,
oh,
when all the
Right.
older people die, you don't know.
yeah, you
So
don't.
you
That
got
is true.
cousins and
And
nieces
the
and
only
nephews, huh?
person that might have known is that might have had any information is mom that died this morning. So now she was the
Oh man,
last one.
I'm sorry to
She
Mm,
hear
was the
that.
last one.
mm, mm,
And let me tell
mm.
you something. However far up of grands, I
Mm.
don't remember, but I remember hearing in one of my speaking of family reunions, I was taught that, like I said, however far up of a grandfather it goes, one of them had 72 grandchildren.
Damn.
Mhm.
Mm.
72 grandchildren.
Mhm.
So, and my family reunions on both sides are jam packed. So, I gotta know who I'm dating.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
You gotta ask
my
questions, I'm
grandmother
telling you.
and my grandmother and her three sisters. My grandmother had the least kids. She had 10, and
Wow.
she was the oldest. The
Damn.
middle sister had 17, and the baby
Oh,
girl had 22. The youngest one had
Damn.
22.
Damn.
Boy, she was busting them
So,
out, wasn't she?
So
Good
and
gracious.
that was not including the ones we found out were given away.
Yeah, they
right.
they had big because my great grandmama, my daddy's mama, she had 22 kids.
God
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Yep.
Yeah,
They had them big families like that back then though.
they had them
Cause my
big back
daddy's
then.
my daddy's mother and them, they had like 13 kids. And so
Hmm.
and then
It wasn't no
they
birth
had
control.
right, and then they had 14 step brothers and sisters. So all
Damn.
together it was a
Bruh.
lot of them too. So just with his mom and dad, it was 13 of them. Then his dad had step kids, and there was an additional like 12, 13 more kids. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's they had big families like that back
They
then.
did.
Nowadays,
20
everybody's trying
plus
to
kids.
girl. Nowadays, everybody's trying to keep it cute and small. Some of them, you know what I'm saying. I don't blame them. It's not as. I mean, it was not to say that it wasn't expensive back then.
Yeah, some of them want to have a bunch of kids.
Not to say
But
that
you know
it.
what was different too?
Hmm,
Back
Yeah.
then, the way that they lived,
it was
they
different.
um they didn't spend it was different. They didn't spend as much money on food because they
Nah.
had gardens. They grew their
Yeah.
Yeah,
fruits and vegetables.
True. True.
You know,
True.
stuff like that. Like my family grew up hunting for their meat.
Mhm.
So even if they had all these, that's why I grew up hunting because they hunted and they had us hunting because it was what they always did. So
Right.
they
hmm
didn't have to worry about buying meat because they killed and caught the meat that they ate.
as they say, till the field. Look at
Okay.
Right? And
For real.
hey, that's some
they
hard
had
work, you heard
gardens. They
me?
grew their vegetables,
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna say. If you
So
got a
it
big
was
family like
different.
that, you might as well have a farm. You might as well do all
You
of that
gotta
shit.
you gotta plow
That's
that
right.
field. That's some hard work. That's some
Oh
that
yeah.
real labor.
If you
If
ain't
you
got no
ain't been,
till, you damn right.
you heard me,
Mm.
man. You
Hmm.
gotta use a hoe and a shovel to turn
My
that dirt
daddy
in.
and
Let me tell
them,
you.
my daddy and them, when they was growing up, they had boy, they grew up in big old cotton fields. His daddy would tend to the cotton
Right
fields. That's
across the
how.
road
Yep.
from where my parents
Mhm.
live. Yeah.
Yep. Same thing. They would tend to that. That's how they make their money. So, that's a lot.
Yeah.
What they did back then versus what we do now is two totally different
Completely
types of
different
upbringing.
things.
Yeah,
I was
upbringing.
just getting ready to say that. just can't. My boss
But that's what's
is
gonna save. That's what's gonna save us, though. If we go back to it, honestly.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep.
they're not going to though.
I
They
was
didn't
thinking, I
advance.
was thinking about something today, and I had ate an orange, right? And I was like, damn, ain't no seeds in this orange. I said, you know what, boy, man manipulates so much stuff.
Yeah, they
Cause
do.
how can there be an orange if there is no seeds in it to replant to grow another
Same
tree?
way they make
You
them
know what I'm
seedless
saying?
watermelons.
Make it
Hmm.
seedless watermelon, seedless grapes.
But what you
That's
do, if you do like you do like I'm doing, you collect seeds, you get to see, because there's a seed, but there's a vault.
Yeah, yep.
I think it's in Nebraska that has the seeds,
I think
and
it's
it's either
further than that, I believe.
okay, they have seeds from the original plants that have not been genetically manipulated. You can get those seeds, and I'm slowly buying those up. You can buy them. They sell on Amazon. You can buy seeds from the seed bank,
How much is that?
and it's certain. It's not a lot because
It's
it's like,
cheap.
what do you want to
Yeah.
like?
You get like
It's
a
the
whole box of them for like some short shit.
Hmm.
right, because it's like it's part of the zombie apocalypse preparedness kit.
Mm,
Dumbass.
yeah, because you
Why
would
they
have to
call it that?
grow.
But yeah, because
It's
you
like a
gotta, if
pepper.
something
It's like a pepper
happens.
packet.
Or they gonna
Yeah,
be
and then what they
contaminated.
do?
So you get your seeds, and it comes vacuum sealed and
Yeah,
water airtight, waterproof. You get your
yeah.
seeds, and
And
it
you
has
have
like
like
all your
30 or
vegetables.
40 packs of like all different kinds of fucking veggies, all kinds of shit,
The
everything.
thing
Yeah,
that gets
yeah.
me that's scary is that the fact that they're thinking that this could actually happen, which means to me that
It's
the
not that they
Because that's
scientists,
thinking;
gonna
it's they
happen.
setting that shit up.
the science, right? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Right.
To me, the
It's not that
scientists
it's
are
not
in
going to
there.
happen. It's especially when.
Fucking
They
with you.
right. The scientists are in there playing and messing around with stuff to where they're gonna create some mess.
Hmm.
mhm.
I don't know about how much similar it will be to the movies and things we see. I don't know if it'll be
I just
Right.
hope the
full.
motherfucking zombies
I don't
don't
know.
run fast.
I don't know if it'll be full animation of a dead person's body hunting around,
Yeah.
running around, trying to eat and kill people. I don't know if it's gonna be that, you know.
What if they
But
was just running around trying to fuck people?
you so stupid.
You
But
stupid.
I did. But I will say, I feel like
But if you
that one movie, I can't think what the name of it was called, but it was a movie. I feel like we will be more prone, we will be more closer to that actually happening. I cannot think of the name of the movie, but it was a movie where this chick, she was on a business trip, I want to say in China somewhere. And one of the chefs, I guess he was a world renowned known chef or something or whatever. He was in there cooking, and he came out to take a picture because I guess they was there. He shook her hand. They took the picture, whatever. She was actually cheating on her husband on an affair with one of the guys she was in. I guess she worked with or something. They had sex or whatever while they was out on the meeting trip overseas. They went back on the plane. She came back home. She came back home. She was deathly ill. Rushed her to the hospital. She died. The kid got sick. He died. The dude she slept with, he went back. He died. Everybody on the plane got infected. They all died. And it
uh
spread, it spread, it spread, it spread, it spread. And then at the very, very end of the move, what happened was people was telling they was telling people stay indoors because it was airborne. And it really was. But what happened was at the very end of the movie, it showed how it happened. It was something that happened with I think the pig. It was no, it was a bird or something like that. The bird doodled. Rat or squirrel ate it. The bird, some ate that, and then
It
it
sounds so
doodled.
familiar.
Yeah, it was this. I can't think of the name of the movie, but the bird doodled and
Oh,
Okay.
the pig or something. The pig ate it. They took the pig from the farm because they was cutting the pig up. The pig ended up being in his restaurant where he was actually cutting it up.
Oh, no, that ain't good.
Oh
He
my gosh,
he
I know
smelled.
what you're talking
He
about.
didn't wash his. This is where it goes. He didn't wash his hands because he was in there cutting the pig in the restaurant back there in the cook. He was cutting it raw with the blade. Instead, he wipes his hands on his apron, comes out, shakes her hand, takes a picture, go back in there what he doing, and that's how I spread.
Yikla,
Mm.
yikla.
That to me is more so to me
They
what would
call it a
happen.
fomite.
Yeah, to me that
Mm-hmm.
to me seems more of a more realistic thing because how germs get passed every year when people be getting these flu viruses and be getting
Mm-hmm.
sick and people are nasty.
Going
They won't wash
overseas,
their
getting that
hands
new
when they go
shit.
to the bathroom. They don't wash their hands before they eat. And every day we not thinking, you touching stuff, you eating snacks, you eating chips, you drinking, you don't think about, but it was just how I mean, when I say it wiped out millions of people, y'all, it wiped out like millions of
Mm-hmm.
people in matters of like literally a few days. And it was
Yeah.
just
Mm-hmm.
like it was crazy, and it was all because it started with the animals, whatever the animal. I know it was a bat. I want to say the bat
Gosh.
or something had it. Whatever it had, I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was a form of rabies. I don't know what it was, but they really got sick and they died. And so it started out with the animal being the carrier, and it transformed over into our food. And because he was nasty and didn't wash his hands, it became that way transferred. So I'm just
It goes
like,
because what happens is they mutate. They mutate and they go from uh uh contact born to airborne.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So you can
crazy.
touch somebody, but well, I have it now, but now I'm sneezing and I'm passing it on to somebody. It's
Right.
Yep,
like
you touch the
a
doorknob,
lot of
everybody else is
viruses
dead
do
now.
that. A lot of viruses do that. It changes.
But if you think about
They
Sexuality.
it,
mutate.
if you think about it, I would say they probably wouldn't normally mutate under normal conditions. It might be deadly for some of the animals that come in contact with it, but because scientists keep messing with things and keep trying to progress stuff and keep messing with stuff, they're mutating it, making it be able to adapt in certain
Well, right.
situations and adapt
And
in
that's
places it
different.
shouldn't. Right. And so that is why it becomes deadly dangerous because normally it probably
Well,
wouldn't.
right. Well, I'm
I
saying
want to
that
say
part.
that's
Well,
28
so
days later y'all talking about.
viruses change transmission, but they don't normally change. I
Oh,
can't remember
nay.
what they
Oh,
call
nay.
it, but
Uh-huh.
it's called zoonotic. If it's something that only animals get, you don't have to worry about. But if it's zoonotic, it translates from animals to people,
Yeah.
and that's what is coming more and more prevalent because of what you're saying. They're messing with stuff. So now stuff
Hmm.
that animals get that wouldn't normally affect people is now starting to affect people.
Uh-huh.
Just like the white Nile virus. That's the
Mm-hmm.
one that you can get from it goes from birds to mosquitoes to humans.
Mm-hmm.
So working at the shelter, anytime we get a lot of dead birds coming in, anytime the officers they pick up
It's called
anytime dead birds come in, we have to report that to the CDC
Yeah.
because they monitor the number of dead birds because birds generally carry white Nile. So if the mosquito level is high and there's a lot of birds, they're out testing every day. That's like code red for the CDC. They're out testing every day because of white Nile, and white Nile virus is deadly to people.
Yeah.
And it also has to do with horses. I can't remember where horses come in.
Boy.
It starts with birds, and I think
Welcome.
it'll kill humans. It'll
Steve's
kill horses,
Sapula,
but
huh?
it had other
Kuya.
animals. I guess it just makes
Usha
sick.
Blatzel.
Sick.
Fool.
But like I like have
Sakabla?
I check with the CDC.
Yes,
I check
Miss.
on the CDC's webpage
Gosh.
regularly because there's
Sigluna
stuff going
Biro.
on all over the
Binakapa.
country that we don't know about.
Sharon.
Get on your CDC
Flohane
website
Kavo
for your
Espasku.
city and check. because you will be surprised. We had a hepatitis outbreak here in LA that had been going on for 9 months. People
Dang.
dying. People dying almost every day. That shit was never on the news. Never on the
Dang.
news.
Yeah, because they don't want motherfuckers to panic. They ain't gonna tell you
Right.
Yeah.
about shit like that.
But
But
shit,
am
if
I going to
niggas knew,
panic or
they'll start
am I going to
washing their
protect
Mm.
hands,
myself?
stop
You know what I'm
eating
saying?
out.
We
Yeah,
gonna panic? Yeah, exactly. They don't want the businesses to go under. That's what they're worried about, money. Because people will
Mhm.
stay home and cook and not go out, and businesses with money. And I gives a damn. I need to know these things.
yeah, I
So I
seen
straight
here.
out, I'm the troublemaker. Yes, I am. I read that. I copied it, took a screenshot,
Let your
and
people know.
I
Hmm.
shared it to everybody, all through my office, all my friends, everybody in LA got notified that that shit was going on. People were like, I'm like, yes, that's on the CDC website. Check it out yourself.
Hey,
I
y'all
That's
heard
believe this
about
shit right
crazy.
now.
And that's their
there's an
moneymaker
old strain
shit
of there's an
too.
old strain of HIV that's they say fucking up Australia right now.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
But you know,
That they
Australia,
can't
most of
touch.
the white people that moved to Australia and shit, so they all
Mm.
getting it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna end the stream for this particular segment. So, y'all can tune back
Sorry to
in with
put
us.
you out.
Oh no, you can check back in with us next Friday. We're gonna have a next topic of discussion. You guys are more than welcome to leave your comments, questions, and things down in the comment area below. Don't forget to like, share,
Suggestions
subscribe.
as well.
Yes, yes, yes. And thank you for tuning in and watching. Um,
Waters
after
After
Radio.
dark.
dark. Oh my gosh. Anyway.